Good evening, sports fans. Ernie Over and Josh Henninger here at Lander Valley High School for the contest tonight between the girls and boys clubs from Lander Valley High and Worland High. And this should be a couple of really exciting games. The Lady Warriors come into this contest with a 5-win, 7-loss record. They're 1-1 in our quad. And Lander's Lady Tigers come in with an 8-3 overall mark and 1-0 in conference play. Lander Valley coached by Demi Staffenberg and Worland coached by Mark Wardimer. And we've got the Bailey pregame show underway now here at Lander Valley High School. And Josh, we're looking at a couple of pretty good games tonight.
Yeah, definitely going to be a couple of good games between these two teams. Both of them coming in with a little bit of a off and on start. The Worland boys pretty much had the same schedule that Lander did with a lot of 4A competition. They've done pretty well. They went against a stingent Cody team as well as a couple other teams as well in the 4A ranks and have done pretty well. I mean, the girls are at 5-7, 1-1 in the quadrant, so they're right below us in the standings. Only team that's above both of these teams is Lovell, who's 1-0 as well in conference, 11-2 overall, and we know that those Lovell girls are going to be hard to beat this year.
Yeah, they certainly are. They're always tough, and of course we'll get to see them tomorrow as the Tigers take on the Lady Bulldogs and Bulldogs here. Early game time start tomorrow, 2 o'clock here at 2:30 and 4 o'clock for the games against Lovell, so you can get a good afternoon of basketball in. And we've got on our Bailey's Enterprises pregame show, Go with Bailey's. Coming up next, we're going to have the starting lineup sponsored by Sutherland's Home Improvement Center, Fremont County's Home Improvement Center. We'll be back after this.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
Hi, I'm Tom from Fremont Therapy Group, and we're going to be talking about running analysis. Running analysis has 3 components to it. Obviously, you look at the running part. That's kind of the gait pattern, looking at how well they strike the ground. The next part looks at how strong they are, their legs, also how flexible they are. There's certain muscles that become tight the more you run. And then the last part, it's looking at how well you move. So you're looking at ways to help you reduce your chance of injury. Come on in, you're gonna love it. We'll get you on the treadmill and start the process.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal and Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Josh Henninger and Ernie Over with you as we get ready for the matchup between the Worland Lady Warriors and the Lander Lady Tigers. We'll go ahead and get your Sutherland starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting Worland Lady Warriors. Starting will be senior number 4 Carly Ewell. She'll be number 4. Wearing number 10 will be the sophomore Ellie Aguayo. Junior number 14 Josie Decker. Number 23 the sophomore Jazz Aguayo. And rounding out the starting lineups for Worland will be number 30 Delilah Salazar. She is the junior. Rounding out the squad. Interesting thing for these varsity and JV girls, there are only 2 seniors on the team, Carly Ewell being the only one that is starting. We'll go ahead and go to your Lander Lady Tigers starting lineup. It'll be one that is very familiar, as it's been the starting lineup for most of the year. Starting will be number 1 at the guard, number 1 Talene Tendor, the sophomore. Starting down on the low block will be the senior number 10 Demi Staffenberg. Along on the other guard position, the other senior that's starting for these Tigers, number 11 Ryan Bell. Down low at the other post position will be number 15, senior Whitney Hansen. She's the one that took over the game for the Tigers in that low block position, scoring a lot of points in the paint. And rounding out the starters for the Tigers, the junior, number 23, Megan Winfield. And it looks like we're getting ready for the tip-off, so go ahead and give it to Ernie.
Thank you. It'll be Josie Decker for the Worland Warriors and Ryan Bell for the Lander Tigers. And the Worland player has a huge height advantage, and the tip goes to the Worland Warriors. Down the court, they miss a shot, rebounded by Ryan Bell. Off to Staffenberg, she fires a 3 that's not good. Whitney Hansen has the rebound, bounces it out on the right wing to Bell. Back to Hansen in the corner and to Bell. Bell makes a motion with her hand to call a play in the corner. Hansen back to Bell. Now they move out of the right wing on top to Tendor. She moves toward the left wing now in the corner to Staffenberg. Bounce pass underneath to Bell and to Whitney on the paint for 2. Whitney Hansen for the first 2 baskets.
Just like we had in the last contest Tuesday against Riverton, Whitney Hansen down low, putting up and in for 2 off glass.
Worland brings the ball down court to Jazz Aguayo with the basketball on top of the key to Ewell, Carly Ewell, far side outside to Naomi Aguayo, or that should be Naeli Aguayo. Underneath there's a shot up, off, and not good by Aguayo, the second Aguayo. Tigers bring it down on the fast break. Bell in the paint, puts up the shot, not good, rebounded by Hansen. She can't shoot, and the ball's knocked away from her on the ground, picked up by Bell. Now to Tendor. Tendor on the far side to Winfield, back to Staffenberg. Winfield has it on top now, off to Tendor. Tendor makes a drive in the corner to Hansen. Hansen has the ball knocked away from her, but she picks it up. We'll reset the play on top of the circle. Left-hand wing to Staffenberg, underneath to Ryan Bell. Bell is blocked out, double teamed, loses the ball. Turnover by the Tigers on that double team under the basket. 2-0 Lander, and here comes the Worland Warriors, and we have a travel that time by Aguayo.
That was an easy travel. She's coming across the key trying to receive the pass and forgot to put the ball down before she took 3 steps. Easy call for the ref. That'll be turnover Worland. Tigers have the ball.
Talene Tendor brings it into the forecourt in the corner to Hansen. On top, in the middle now to Staffenberg. She's stripped of the basketball. And we go the other way on the turnover, and the return favor the Lander Tigers. Stripped the ball away from Worland. And there's the ball thrown away. It was intended, I think, for Hansen in the corner, but It went out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That was a long pass.
Yeah, it looked like she had her receiver open, but she threw it over her head. Not quite the leaping ability for either one of those girls.
Jazz Aguayo has a turnover on the other side. Lander comes back, going left to right on your radio dial or on your television screen. There's a drive by Ryan Bell, and there's a foul as she goes to the basket on the dribble drive.
Tigers find a good opportunity to break that 2-3 zone that the Lady Warriors have set up so far. Good drive inside by Ryan Bell. She draws the contact, and she'll go to the line for 2.
All right, Ryan Bell in the contest. She's a 58% free throw shooter. Missed the first, but gets the second. 1 out of 2 for Ryan Bell, and Lander goes up 3-0 on our. And there's a steal by the Tigers, a long shot up, off, not good by Winfield. It rattled in, and then it rattled right back out. Quickly down court, Worland with it. There's Ewell. Outside shot is up, off, not good. Rebounded by the Tigers' Staffenberg. And Winfield dribbles it out of bounds. 4th turnover for the Tigers.
Yeah, just another unforced error there by the Tigers. Had a couple of possessions in a row there where they had it set up, but unfortunately they just weren't able to keep control of the ball to get points on the board.
Demi Staffenberg wearing a green headband. The first time we've seen her with a headband this year. Now down court, it's Josie Decker in the corner on the left wing. Brings it out to Aguayo. Aguayo across the key. It goes to Delilah Salazar underneath the basket. Shots up, not good. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to Lander. So good defense that time by the Tigers, and it goes off of Worland and out of bounds. 4:37 to go here, first period. 3-0 Lander. Down court, Tendor all alone. Winfield for 3 is good. Megan Winfield with the tray, and Lander goes up now 6-0 on our WYO Today scoreboard. Down court, it's Ewell. Ewell is one of the few seniors, and the ball's knocked out of bounds, and it'll go to the Tigers.
Tigers got lucky on that one. Worland had the post player down alone by herself. Josie Decker had an easy look, and luckily there's good recovery by Hansen to force that ball out of bounds.
Here's Staffenberg to Winfield, around the horn to Hansen. Hansen in the paint, doesn't shoot. Bounce pass over to Winfield. Winfield back on the near side to Staffenberg. On top to Winfield. They'll set the play again. Here's the dribble to the corner. Staffenberg for 3. It's in and out and in. Staffenberg.
Man.
She got gravity on that one.
Yeah, she had the shooter's roll on that one. And Worland, another careless turnover. They had an inbounding violation. Stepped inside before she got rid of the ball. So there's another turnover, and Tigers will have it under their own basket.
And coming in is Layla Norris for Lander, and giving Tendor a little bit of a rest. Inbounds play goes to Norris. Staffenberg looked like she wanted to shoot but didn't. Drives into the paint, now in the corner to Norris. Norris, bounce pass underneath the basket to Bell. Now over to Winfield for 3. No, not good. In and out, and a foul on the rebound against Lander.
And that'll be Tigers' first team foul. Here we are almost 5 minutes into the contest. Good thing you like to see. They've had a couple of clean games in their previous 2 matchups. Hopefully they can get another one as they look to extend that lead. 9-0 scoring run to start this contest.
Long pass down court for Worland goes awry, and it's picked up by the Tigers. Here is Ryan Bell. Whoa, nice block that time by Mackenzie Ray of Worland, and denied the Tigers the point. Now they're having trouble getting it out of the backcourt. There's a steal by Hansen off of Worland. No, off of Lander and out of bounds.
Good anticipation there by Hansen coming on the weak side after the 2-person trap and double team on the full court pressure. Had everything she needed, but unfortunately couldn't handle that steal attempt. Be Worland's ball.
Down court, it's Ewell. Ewell throws the ball away. 6th turnover by Worland's Lady Warriors. 3 minutes and a second to go here. First period, 9-0. Lander Valley with the lead on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. In the backcourt, Ryan Bell There's the pass up ahead to Hansen, over to Winfield in the corner, launches a long one off the back of the iron. Hansen rebounds for the Tigers. Back to Winfield, across the key to Ryan Bell. Bell bounce passes through the lane. Oh, I hate those passes. You know, you've heard me say that a lot. And there's another example of it going awry, and that's the 6th turnover for Lander. So both teams with 6 turnovers and the ball on the floor, and Lander will have it on the alternating possession. Coming in for the Tigers is Kiara Friday. Returning to the lineup is Teline Tendor. Ryan Bale comes out, and Megan Winfield comes out. 2:31 to go, 9-0 in the first period. Lander with the lead. The Tigers come down the court. There's Tendor. She's looking to the left side, goes to Friday. Friday stops, reverses direction to Tendor. Tendor loses the basketball momentarily, but goes back and picks it up. In the corner, it goes to Staffenberg. She looked like she wanted to shoot the 3, but did not. Cross-court pass to Hansen. Hansen drives the baseline. She's still there, can't shoot. Across it goes to the Tigers' Tendor. Now it's to Hansen. Hansen in the corner, avoids the double team, kicks it back out to Tendor on top of the circle. Now on the near side, it goes to Norris. There's Staffenberg from the side. No, not good. Rebound pulled down by Jazz Aguayo of Worland, and the alternating possession on the tie-up after the rebound will go to Worland.
Long possession there for the Tigers. Unfortunately, they weren't able to put any points on the board, and it looks like Worland will take a timeout. We'll take it with them, 9-0 here in the first quarter. We'll be back right after this.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
1 minute, 39 seconds remaining here in the first period, and the Lander Valley High Pep Band doing their drum sequence in the background. A little bit of color here tonight at Lander Valley High School's Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. There's Aguayo. Down court, it goes to Salazar, who just came into the game. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Lander. Nice move there by Tendor. And the Lady Warriors will have it out of bound. Jazz Aguayo to take it out. Inbounds pass comes back on the near side to Naeli Aguayo, two Aguayo sisters out there. Here's a pass on the far side to Naeli Aguayo. On top of the key now to Peterson. Peterson gives it off to Jazz Aguayo, and she's fouled as she goes to the basket. And it's going to be on Whitney Hansen. That's her first. Second team foul against Lander. 67 seconds to go here, first period. Worland has it out of bounds. There's the inbounds pass, goes to Aguayo. Jazz Aguayo, she fires a shot up from the paint, not good. Whitney Hansen with the rebound for the Tigers. Whitney quickly down court in the middle of the lane, is fouled as she goes to the basket. And the personal foul is going to go against Jazz Aguayo.
Been a pretty quick first quarter, not a lot of whistles in this game. That's only the 4th team foul combined for both squads in this contest so far.
And the official at the scorer's bench having a discussion with the official scorer. Nope, no problem. You know, we've had these scoreboard or scorebook problems lately, and not this time. Yeah, against Powell, both the boys and the girls team started out with a technical foul against them for an error. Here's a long shot up by Tendor, not good. Rebound pulled down by Naeli Aguayo. Still in the backcourt, loses the basketball, picked up, double team, gets away. There's a tip, a steal, and Norris has it, lays it up and in for Lander. Layla Norris gets her first points of the game, and it is 11-0 on the WIO.com scorebook. There's a high pass down to Nayeli Aguayo, near side to Jazz Aguayo. In the middle of the play to Peterson. Her shot's up off, not good. Fight for the rebound, held ball, and this will go to the Tigers.
Tigers doing a real good job in that man defense. As soon as they come inside, they all kind of collapse without over pursuing, and because of that pressure, they have kept Worland scoreless here in the first quarter. Looks like they'll have the opportunity for the last shot with 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Winfield
comes in for Hansen. Here's Tendor, and she double dribbled. It's turnover number 7 for Lander. So Worland will have 3 and 8/10 seconds to do something with the basketball. Inbounds by Ewell. Ewell down court. There's a long shot way off the mark, and our first period ends. And after one, the Lander Valley Lady Tigers 11 and the Worland Lady Warriors 0.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds, and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Leading scorer for Lander is Demi Staffenberg. She hit a tray, and Megan Winfield hit a tray. They both have 3 points, 2 for Hansen and 2 for Norris, and 1 for Ryan Bell, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Well, we're starting the second 8 minutes of play here. Worland will have the basketball. Nayeli Aguayo with the basketball. Throws it in the middle and underneath the basket. It gets away. Picked up there by Nayeli Aguayo. Near side now to Jazz Aguayo. On top of the key, back to Naomi. Shots up and in, and they have their first points of the game.
Good defensive start there for the Tigers, and that time Worland was able to get the second chance opportunity with the offensive rebound, put it up and in, and they're on the scorebook first here in the second quarter.
Winfield in the corner to Norris, gives it off now to Ryan Bell. Ryan on the far side outside, dribbles it across the key, gives it to Tendor. Tendor in the lane, loses the basketball. It's picked up, though. Nice recovery, but Worland comes away with it. Another turnover for the Lady Tigers. Quickly down the court is Ewell on the near side and underneath the basket. Shots up and good by Mandela Peterson. And she'll get an and one as the personal foul called against Ryan Bell. And Josh, that's her second.
Yeah, Worland's doing a pretty good job of just doing some quick touch passes inside the key from one end of the paint to the other, putting it up and in for 2. They've now scored consecutive baskets, and for the Tigers, they already have 8 turnovers, which is over half of their season total this year. They're averaging just under 16 turnovers a game.
6-point game now as the free throws go in, 11-5. Staffenberg on top to Tendor. Tendor back to Staffenberg outside the arc. She tries to drive the lane and is blocked out there, so kicks it back out to Norris, back to Staffenberg and to Norris. Norris drives in from 7 feet, behind her to Staffenberg, around the key, Tendor. Now Winfield tries a long one, no, but Lander's there for the rebound. Ryan Bell in the lane, shots blocked. Second blocked shot, it's going to stay with Lander as the ball bounces off of Worland. Worland in the contest averages 3 blocks a game, and they already have 2 in this one. Staffenberg to take it out into Bell, or not Bell, Tendor. Here's Staffenberg. She is called for the foul, so the 3 doesn't count. Well, personal foul on Talene Tendor.
Yeah, it looks like she's going to get a foul for a charge. May have been trying to set up a screen, was too aggressive with it. The Worland player was set when the contact was made, so it will be a charge and a turnover for the Tigers. Unfortunate as that 3 by Staffenberg went in.
There's a long play down court to Jazz Aguayo, knocked out of bounds off the Tigers. So Worland will have it. 11-5 now on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's the long inbounds pass and a foul on Worland, and that's going to go against Nayeli Aguayo, and that'll be her second, team's third.
Yeah, it looked like she had a little bit of offensive PI, if we want to go to football, pushing off to try and receive that pass. Turnover for Worland. Lucky for the Tigers, they'll get the ball back. Right now, Tigers have 4 team fouls. Worland has 3. Nobody really in foul trouble at this point.
Nayeli Aguayo comes out, and coming into the game is Leslie Ramirez. And there's a turnover by the Tigers. That's their 9th turnover all the way, and a turnover on the other side. As it looked like Carly Ewell had a little bit too much exuberance that time and just passed it right out of bounds.
Yeah, and she had a 3-on-1 fast break there too, and it's just a great job by Staffenberg closing off that passing lane and forced a turnover.
Here's Ryan Bell in the corner, goes to Winfield, dribbles it across the key, back to the right wing to Bell.
Good save.
Bell at the baseline, bounce pass on top, Tendor. Tendor at the lane, can't shoot, knocked out of bounds by Worland off of the face of the player there, Manella Peterson. She's going to come out of the game. She whacked the ball, and it went on the side of the gym here and bounced right back and whacked her right in the face. That can't be comfortable there.
Right off the bridge of the nose, it looks like. It'll make your eyes water a little bit.
Just a bit. Staffenberg gets it in to Tendor. Tendor back to Staffenberg. Open for 3. Good. Yeah, Demi Staffenberg with her second tray of the game, and it goes a 9-point lead, 14-5. There's a ball knocked away. Shot is up, off, and not good by Mackenzie Ray. Tigers get the rebound. Outlet down is Megan Winfield to Staffenberg. In the corner, Ryan Bell. Bell can't shoot, so she brings it out on top. Right wing, Staffenberg open for 3. This one is not good, and we have a foul under the basket on Lander. Or, we got a foul on Lander. Let's see what this one is.
I think it looks like it was on Winfield.
Yeah. And it was her first foul, 5th team foul. And coming in is Whitney Hansen for Ryan Bell. 4:55 to go until halftime. Lander leading 14-5 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Jazz Aguayo down court. Oh, the ball gets away. Turnover. Tigers have it. Coming back, Hansen in the corner to Tendor. Tendor double teamed on the far side. Gets it away to Staffenberg. Near side Winfield. She does a 360 and passes it over to Tendor on the far side. Drives the baseline. Oh, she throws up a prayer. It's not answered, but she draws the foul.
Throws up little circus shot, goes around the corner there on the backside, drives along the baseline, avoids the tall player of Worland, Josie Decker, gets inside, draws the foul on Mackenzie Ray, and gets the opportunity for 2 free throws.
And the first one, unfortunately, is not good as Talene misses that. She's 0 for 1 in the game. 4.5 minutes to go here, first half of play, 14-5 Lander at the moment. Next shot, it hits the front of the iron, not good. Rebounded by Decker for Worland. It gives it off to Jazz Aguayo. Aguayo on top of the key, guarded very closely there by Winfield. Now on top of the key to Decker. Decker goes to the left wing underneath the basket. Shots up, off, not good by Ramirez. And Staffenberg comes away with the basketball for the Tigers. 4 minutes to go. In the corner, Winfield doesn't shoot to Tendor. Tendor on top of the circle, bounce pass, Staffenberg open again, in and out, not good. Whitney Hansen, though, is there for the rebound for Lander. On top, Tendor, she moves to the left-hand side, ball's kicked, and that'll still stay with Lander.
There you go. I was just looking at the roster there, Ernie. I didn't realize that Mackenzie Ray getting some good minutes here for the Lady Warriors. She's only a freshman, already on the varsity team. Looks like she may be a staple in that JV squad, so maybe somebody that we have to look forward to in the coming years against the Tigers.
Nayeli Aguayo comes into the contest for Worland. Hansen moving toward the right wing. She drives it down to the corner. Can't go to the baseline, kicks it out to Tendor. Tendor across the arc, and in the middle it goes. There's a really nice move by Norris, but she bounces the ball off of her leg. Turnover, Landers, number 10. 3.5 minutes to go. First half, Carly Ewell brings it down, the only senior. In the middle, whistle traveling, and that is the 9th turnover. You know, it's a pretty good play, Josh, but she just forgot to dribble the ball.
Yeah, and it looked like Carly Ewell was trying to figure out where she wanted to go with that. Looks like she may have had an inadvertent elbow that hit her in the mouth. She's holding her mouth as she came across half court. And unfortunately, Ellie wasn't able to keep hold of the ball in the paint there.
Tendor on top of the key for the Tigers. Tries to lose her defender there to Norris in the corner, Staffenberg. Norris dribbles it toward the top of the key. Now there's a long pass over to Winfield. Winfield outside the arc by about 3 feet across the court to Hansen. Underneath it goes to Norris. Norris can't shoot and throws it away. Tried to hit Winfield, but the pass was too strong and it went out of bounds.
Good weak side cover there by the Lady Warriors, having somebody come over to double team Hansen. She spun around trying to find Winfield, but it was just a little bit too far out of her reach. Be another turnover as the Tigers are now vastly approaching that 16 turnover average they have, and we're not even at halftime yet.
Here's Aguayo. Naomi in the corner goes to Ray. Ray underneath the basket in the paint. Turnaround jumper is not good. Rebounded by Aguayo. Her shot's not good. Rebounded by Ray. Her shot is good and one. Mackenzie Ray draws the foul and gets the basket. Personal foul on Darian Bell, who just came into the game.
Mackenzie Ray, again, like I mentioned before, she is a freshman. She is listed on the varsity and JV roster. I would imagine she's probably the JV starter for the Worland Lady Warriors, so she may be already warmed up as she played significant minutes in that JV game for this contest.
14-8 now. Lander with the lead. There's Norris. Bounce pass off of Whitney's arm back to Norris. Tigers lucky to get that one back. Norris has it in the corner now. Tries to drive inside, draws the foul. Boy, there was a lot of bodies inside that lane that time, and she tried to drive in there, and the personal goes against Addison Rollins, her first.
Lady Warriors still in a 2-3 zone where they have 3 defenders along the baseline, 2 on the perimeter. Tigers are having a hard time finding a gap to get it inside.
There's the inbounds pass out to Winfield. Winfield in the lane, lays it up and in.
Nice drive by Megan Winfield. She saw that there was a little bit of a crease on the back side of the key. She drives it around and puts it up and in for 2 as Demi Staffenberg tries to get another steal. That would have been her 4th in the contest. Demi Staffenberg doing a really good job with her outside shooting as well as active hands on defense, picking up the rebounds and some steals.
Ewell with the ball for the Worland Warriors, off to Ray. Ray back to Ewell. Ewell with the ball high above her head. Now pops it out on top of the key to Taylor Simmons. Far side outside to Nayeli Aguayo. Underneath the basket, there's a shot up off, not good. Rebound by Ewell. Hook shot, no. Pulled out of the air by Hansen. And we go the other way. Long pass down court. There's a shot up by Bell. By Darian Bell, not good. Rebounded by Worland, and we go the other way. There's the ball thrown away. Another turnover, number 10 for Worland. Here's Winfield. Winfield down court to Bell. Hansen on top, around the key it goes. Now Staffenberg in the corner, 3-ball. Count it for Demi, her third 3 of the game.
Demi Staffenberg's lighting it up from the outside as she is the second most three-point attempts on the team for the Tigers, and on the season she's shooting 30% from behind the arc. So far in this contest she's closer to 50 as she's hit about half the shots she's put up. Real good scoring outburst for Demi Staffenberg.
The junior Darian Bell has the ball now, dribbles it to the left-hand wing. In the middle it goes, shots up by Norris, good! Layla Norris gets her 4th point of the game. 21-8 now on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. And on the other side, there's a shot up and good by Ewell. And that's her first basket of the game. 21-10 now, 11-point lead. Tigers with 10 seconds to go for half. There's Staffenberg for 3 again. Her 4th tray of the game. And that's going to end the first half of play. There's the buzzer. The shot is not good. At halftime, it's Lander 24 and the Worland Lady Warriors 10.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunner's Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunner's Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Back again at Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse, the Lander Middle School 8th grade team is being honored at center court. And according to Coach Reagan down there, they went 15-1, Josh, and won the Bighorn Basin tournament. So congratulations to the Lander Middle School 8th grade team. And the 7th graders were out there, and they had an honor too, but I didn't catch what that one was, but I think they had a pretty good season as well. 24-10, looking at the halftime stats, Lander outscored the Worland Warriors 11-0 in that first period of play, and outscored them 13-10 in the second period. Worland's Carly Ewell has 2 points. Nayeli Aguayo has 2 points. Manala Peterson has 3, and Mackenzie Ray has 3 points in the game. For the Tigers, wow, Demi Staffenberg has just been wild from outside. She has 3 trays already, leads the team with 12 points. Layla Norris has a couple of baskets for 4. Megan Winfield, a tray and a basket for 5. Whitney Hansen has 1 basket and 1 point, Ryan Bell. So Staffenberg really finding the distance on the threes has propelled Tigers into the lead.
Yeah, sorry about that, Ernie. Yeah, she's got 4 3-pointers made, and every one that she's put up has been a great look. There's been an opening. She's had a couple of them where she got the shooter's roll, and it went in for her. But either way, I mean, Coach Staffenberg talked about it last week or a couple weeks ago in one of the pregame interviews. You know, it just depends. One game, it's Staffenberg that has the points. The next game, it's Hansen. And another game, it's Bell. So it's one of those next man up mentalities for the Lady Tigers. And so far, Demi Staffenberg's putting the team on her back, leading all scorers in the contest with those 4 3-pointers made.
Yeah, in the game against Riverton last week, Hansen was the leading scorer with 19, and Megan Winfield poured in 17, and Demi only had 4 in that, and now it's the roles are reversed. We'll be back with more of our halftime show right after this.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Well, the Lady Tigers averaging 51 points a game, and the Lady Warriors 34 points a game. And Landers about halfway to their average here at halftime. And, of course, the Warriors only a third of the way to their regular scoring average. A lot of orange out on the floor right now, Josh.
Yeah, Tigers are in all white in their warm-ups with green striping, and Worland is all orange with some black striping on their shorts, and it looks like that there might be a couple of lengthy guys there for Worland. The Tigers will have to match up against. I know they have a potent offense, and their defense is pretty good as well. Have some good outside shooting, and as far as shooting goes, Worland on the season as a team averages 50% field goal percentage.
And that's pretty good. That's making half of your shots. And, of course, the Warriors are only, 30% on their threes. And just under 60% on their free throws. So they're a good shooting team. But, boy, you give them an open look in the field, and they're going to score on you.
Definitely. They've got a lot of athleticism. They've got a lot of kids that have played together since the upbringing, and it's just a good squad. This is a team that has qualified for the state tournament with their head coach all his full tenure except for 1 year. That was his first season, and I believe they only won 5 or 6 games. But since then, they have always qualified for the state tournament and have a couple of state championships within the past 6 years.
Yeah, they were 24-1 in their last season, and were looking to play Lander for the state championship because the Tigers had the only victory over Worland, and that was on their home floor that year. But unfortunately, the COVID put a halt to that when the Class 3A, 4A tournament was canceled in Casper. So Worland, they've got a little chip on their shoulder. They'd like to come back and win what they thought was going to be theirs. Of course, Lander was in their way, but that's just a sidelight. So,
yeah, and they did. I believe that the Worland boys team is the defending their state championship from last year. So that would have been 2020. Lander was looking to go back-to-back for 3A state championships, and now this year, that's exactly what Worland's trying to do. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half between the Lady Tigers and the Lady Warriors here on 93.1 KFCW and Wow Today YouTube.
Well, we're just about ready to get started with our second half here at Lander Valley High School's Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Halftime score, Lander Valley Lady Tigers 24 and the Worland Lady Warriors 10. And the teams coming back out onto the floor. Looks like the Tigers are going to go with their same 5 starters: Tendor, Staffenberg, Ryan Bell, Hansen, and Winfield. And it looks like Worland's got their same starters out there too. Ewell, Aguayo, Decker, Jazz Aguayo, and Delia Salazar. Lander gets the basketball to start the second half, and there's a shot up on the inbounds pass by Ryan Bell, and she draws the foul immediately, and it's going to go against Mackenzie Ray, and that, Josh, is her second.
Yeah, Bell gets up laughing as some of her teammates were giving some guff about that shot attempt. She had the trip and drew the contact. She knew if she put it up, she'd be able to go to the line for 2. Doesn't matter whether it looks real ugly, as long as you get that shooting foul, give you some chance for points.
And the first free throw is good by Ryan Bell, the senior, averaging 10 points a game for the Tigers. She misses the second one, and Aguayo, Jazz Aguayo, gets the rebound. Quickly down court for the Warriors is Decker. Back to Arroyo. Back to Decker. Now here is Jazz Aguayo. Puts up a shot, draws the foul, and will go to the line. So the personal foul is going to be whistled against Winfield, and that'll be her second for the Tigers. At the free throw line is Jazz Aguayo. She has not scored in the game yet. Officials taking little time to check the book. Now they're back. 7.5 minutes to go here, third period. Aguayo dribbles the ball quite a few times. Well, it works as she hits the first free throw.
And she leads the Lady Warriors with free throw attempts at 37. She's shooting 54% from the charity stripe so far this season.
Next shot is good, so she gets them both, and it goes 11-12 to 25-12. Here's the Tigers. Oh, they lose the ball on the far side. I think Ryan Bell just took her hand off of it, and then there was a turnover and picked up, and the shot was up and off by Tendor, and now Worland comes the other way. Shot up, off, not good. Tip is up, goes straight up in the air, not good. Staffenberg with the rebound. Tigers on a 2-on-3 break. Here's Ryan Bell, has the lane all the way, and she misses the shot. A little bit too strong and high off the glass. So coming back the other way is Nayeli Aguayo. On the corner to Delia Salazar. Ball's knocked up in the air, and it's going to be picked up by the Tigers. With it, here is Hansen, and we have a whistle and a timeout taken by Cyril Staffenberg, leading by 13, 25-12.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County School Athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
Well, we've got 6:47 to go here in the third period, and Lander leading 25-12 over the Worland Lady Warriors. We didn't do our color thing today. Well, I think you did, earlier in the game. Worland wearing the black uniforms with orange letters.
I don't think we got to it.
We did. Lander in their white uniforms with green letters and numbers. So there's the color of today's basketball game. Here comes Tendor to bring it down into the forecourt, all the way in the corner. Winfield for three. It bounces up, off, not good. Fight for the rebound is won by Worland. Quickly down court. Aguayo lays it up and in, and that was Josie Decker with the basket, and Aguayo had the assist on that. Here's Bell in the corner. Tendor at the free throw line. Bounce passes underneath, and Staffenberg fouled as she goes up for the layup. Personal foul is going to be on Aguayo, and I believe that's her third.
Yep, they got her on the board for three. That's the second team foul for Worland. Demi Staffenberg going to the line for the Tigers. She is shooting 69% from the free throw line, second most free throw attempts, only behind Ryan Bell by a pair, who is one of the best free throw shooters in 3A at 84%.
And Staffenberg nails both of them, and it goes 27-14. Quickly down court, almost a travel that time by Decker. She gets it away. Ewell, a long three-pointer, not good. Rebound goes underneath to Ray. Ray can't shoot, and coming away with it is Decker. So a couple offensive boards there by the Lady Warriors. Nayeli Aguayo with the ball. Underneath, ball's knocked away. Turnover picked up by the Lady Tigers. Stolen away and knocked off of Salazar and out of bounds.
That was just a good hustle play and recovery by Demi Staffenberg. She saw that she was out of position to try and get that ball along the boundary. Does a smart thing, knocks it off the Worland player. Tigers still have the possession.
Staffenberg for three, and she has 5 3-pointers in the game, 30-14 on our WIO Today scoreboard. Almost did it again, Josh. Down court, here we go. Fast break for the Worland Warriors. Ewell has it. She's guarded very closely by Hansen. Now on the near side to Roy. Now on top to Aguayo. She bounces it around and almost has the ball taken away from her. And she puts up a garbage shot and it goes right through.
I think she was kind of amazed that she made that one. She put her hand up to her mouth like, I can't believe that just went in.
Yeah, Ryan Bell fouled as she makes a dribble drive to the basket. 29-17 now, and Ewell gets the foul. That is her first. So, they must have counted that Staffenberg shot as a 2 because they've taken 1 point off the scoreboard, Josh. It's now 29-17. There's a drive and a foul. Drawn by Tendor.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, I had him down here for 30, and now they've made Nayeli Aguayo now picks up foul number 3. Tendor is 0 for 2 at the line in the second quarter, and 0 for 3 as that one is a little bit off to the back and to the side. Taylor Simmons coming in now for Nayeli Aguayo. And Leah Norris is going to be coming in for Tendor here. So Talene looking to make her first free throw today, and it is good. And she'll be replaced in the lineup by Norris. 4:48 to go in the third period. Now it's 30-17. Maybe that's what that official was checking on at the scorebook here a little bit ago. Okay, here's a long pass down court, picked off by the Tigers' Winfield. And that is now 14th turnover. Here's Hansen in the middle of the paint, gets away. Shots up by Ryan Bell, not good. Rebounded by Hansen for the Tigers. Off to Winfield. Winfield does a 360 back to Hansen, who doesn't shoot the three from the corner. Bounce pass now back to Winfield in the corner, and she moves it out on top now. Hansen over to Bell. Bell, bounce pass in the middle to Norris, over to Staffenberg. No, shot is not good. Rebound is on the ground. We'll have a held ball. And it'll go to Worland on the alternating possession. Just one tick under 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Lady Tigers lead 30-17. Full court pressure now by Lander. There's a steal underneath. Ryan Bell up, and she's fouled. The ball won't drop, but that was a really nice steal by Hansen.
I'll tell you what, these Tiger defenders are doing great with their anticipation and closing off the passing lanes. That's probably the 5th or 6th steal I've seen by either Staffenberg or Hansen, where they get in the middle of the passing lane. All they do is put their hand out there, and they're able to get the steal. Great vision as she immediately looks inside to her teammate Ryan Bell, who's in the paint. Unfortunately, she's unable to put up the bunny, but does get the foul, so she'll go to the line for 2.
And the best free throw shooter on the Lander team has now converted 3 of 6. So she's at 50%. She usually shoots about 69% from the free throw line. So the Tigers back out on defense. Far side outside is Mackenzie Roy to Ewell on top of the key. 3:40 to go in the third period. 31-17 on our scoreboard. Lander with the lead. There's Reese Sanford, who just came into the game. Sanford hasn't knocked out of bounds. Nice attempt that time by Kiera Friday. Knocked it out. So Ewell will take it out underneath the Lander basket, and she brings it into Roy. On top of the key now, Sanford back to Ewell. Ewell underneath the basket. There is a foul as going up for the shot is Ray. And the personal foul is going to go against Layla Norris, number 13. Okay, so that's her first. And at the free throw line, Mackenzie Roy. Mackenzie, no, it is Mackenzie Ray, isn't it?
It's Ray.
Yeah, it's Mackenzie Ray. My A looks like an O down there. I better change that. First free throw is not good. Next shot, not good as well. Rebound goes to Worland. Shots up by Sanford, not good. And a rebound shot draws the foul against the Tigers. And it's against Norris over the back. That's her second foul. Reese Sanford at the line. Shot hits the front of the rim, bounces away. Too weak. They'll get another one. This one is the same spot, too weak. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Tigers have got a 3-on-3 break in the corner. Winfield pops a 3. It's too long, not good. Rebound pulled down by the Tigers. Here's Hansen. Hansen on top of the key, Winfield. Winfield dribbles it over to Bell on the far side outside. Back to Winfield for 3. It's just a little bit too long off the back of the heel. Rebound pulled down by Ray. Worland brings it down court. With it is Ramirez. Ramirez underneath the basket. Peterson and steps on the end line. Another turnover. That is the 16th turnover by Worland. And we have Winfield and Bell, Ryan Bell, coming out for the Lander Tigers. So we have Norris in there, Tendor is in there, Friday is in there, and then Hansen and Staffenberg. So here's Hansen with the ball now in the corner to Tendor. Tendor underneath the basket all alone. Friday, her shot's too short. Hits the bottom, and rebound goes to Worland all the way down the court. Knocked away. Nice defense by Staffenberg. 2-on-2, and the ball's knocked away, and we have a whistle, and an offensive player control foul is going to be called. I think we had a whirling helicopter that time, on Ewell. Yeah, she got the ball, really spun around with those elbows, and they called her for the player control foul.
Just a little bit bit of a frustration foul there for Ewell, and that'll be 6 team fouls for Worland. Next one they commit will put the Tigers in the bonus.
Staffenberg. What do we have, a timeout?
They're calling
no,
a 5-second
they called a
call.
5-second violation. 15th turnover for Lander, and Cyril Staffenberg wasn't very happy about that. Here's a long pass down court, goes to Ramirez. Ramirez down court, whistle travel. And that is now the 5, 10, 15, 18th turnover. Ball's a little sloppy today. We've had a lot of turnovers. Matter of fact, Worland averages about 26 turnovers a game. And Lander's turnovers about 16. Okay, here is in the corner. Staffenberg didn't shoot, off to Tendor on the right side outside. Lost the ball, picks it back up. Now I'm going to go on top to Friday. Friday just outside the arc, dribbles it across the key, reverses direction. Passes it over, whistle, timeout by Staffenberg. A 30 timeout. Minute 26 to go. We'll listen to this. Minute 26 remaining in the third period. Lander Valley High's girl team, the Lady Tigers, 31, and the Worland Lady Warriors 17. And Lander will have the ball. Coach Staffenberg didn't like what he saw on the offensive run that last time and called the timeout. So Hansen will take it out on the far side outside into Tendor. Back to Hansen. In the corner, Tendor on top. Moves to the left-hand wing now. Backs her way into the paint, but fires it out to Friday. Friday bounce pass over to Staffenberg, who's double-teamed. Back on top to Tendor. Tendor drives it in the lane on the far side. Bounce pass over to Staffenberg in the corner. They got away with that one, and here's Hansen. Hansen just outside the arc. Really sticky man-for-man defense. There's a long three that's up off not good by Tendor, but Whitney Hansen is there for the rebound for Lander. Bounce pass in the middle to Staffenberg. Turnaround hook shot up and not good. That one just rolled across the basket. Rebounded by Peterson. Peterson, they're still in the backcourt. Have to get it across that timeline. Now they do. There's a nice steal. Nice ball poked away that time. Tigers bring it back into their side all the way across the court. Hansen, Staffenberg for three. Yes, sirree. Staffenberg with another three, and that is her 6th tray of the game. 34 to 17. And there's a steal by Hansen, and she's fouled as she goes. And that is the 20th turnover by Worland. And Hansen will go to the free throw line. Foul called on Leslie Ramirez.
And that is the 7th team foul against the Lady Warriors, so that'll put the Tigers in the bonus. Any foul that is committed, Tigers are guaranteed at least one free throw for the rest of the contest.
And Hansen makes good on that one. Just 4 seconds left here in the third period. Lander 35 to 17. Next shot is in the air by Whitney, and this one is also good. So she gets both of them. 36 now to 17. 19-point lead. Ball knocked out of bounds by Norse. Worland will retain possession.
They're giving it to Lander.
Oh, they're giving it to Lander. Okay, another turnover. There's the pass in, knocked out of bounds by Worland. That was touched by Peterson. And Hansen wisely let it go out of bounds. Whistle, timeout by Cyril Staffenberg with 2.8 seconds to go here in period number 3. And we'll be back after this.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wider range of varying subspecialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Okay, today's concession report. The number one item from the concession stand appears to be popcorn.
Yep.
Followed by nachos, and then pretzels. So there's the concession stand report. Here we go, on top of the key. Lander took too much time to try to set up the basket. The period ends after 3. It's Lander 36 and the Worland Warriors 17.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Josh Henninger, Ernie over with you here as we are watching a good contest between the Lander Lady Tigers and the Worland Lady Warriors. The big story so far in this one, Demi Staffenberg for the Lady Tigers putting up 6 3-pointers that have been made. She has more points by herself than the entire Lady Warriors team.
Yeah, she scored 20 in the contest, and from there it goes to 5 for Megan Winfield, 4 each for Hanson and Norris, 3 for Ryan Bell, 1 for Talene Tendor, and Whitney Hansen has 4. Okay, Tigers get the ball for the final 8 minutes of the ball game, and there's the ball kicked. That should have been a violation, but it wasn't. So the ball's kicked back out now to Ryan Bell. Norris in the middle of the paint loses the ball off of Worland, and no, they say off of Lander, not out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like Norris had a little bit of an issue receiving that pass. Good look as they went from outside to inside in the middle of the paint. Norris had a line to drive to the basket. Unfortunately, couldn't handle that pass.
Oh, there's a nice give and go by Worland. It results in a missed layup, though, by Mackenzie Ray. Passes thrown away down court, so Worland gets it right back into the forecourt now. With it is Arroyo. She puts up a shot. Nice drive by Arroyo, and it's Aguayo, and it goes in. She now has 4 points in the game, 36-19. Tigers in the corner. Tendor off to Bell. Bell in the corner. Winfield dribbles it toward the key, fires it back over to Ryan Bell. Cross key it goes to Friday, now to Tendor. Tendor bounce pass to Norris. There's another bounce pass to Friday on top to Tendor. They're trying to break a hole in this zone defense, and there's underneath. The shot is up. Oh, it's not good. Rebound, follow-up shot is good by Layla Norris.
That's just a great inlet pass into the key over the top. Somebody down on the low block for the Tigers. Missed shot. They get the positioning for the offensive rebound and the putback.
And here's an and one as Decker scores the basket, and she's fouled as she goes up. The personal foul on Darian Bell.
They're calling Winfield on that one.
They're calling who?
Winfield.
Oh, they're calling Winfield. I stand corrected, and it is now 3rd personal foul on Winfield And the shot up by Decker for the three-point play is no good. She misses the free throw, but Worland comes away with the rebound. Ball's on the floor, picked up. There's the shot by Arroyo, not good. Or Aguayo, I'm sorry. Down court, here comes Winfield. Tigers get the rebound in the corner. Tendor drives the baseline, throws up a shot, and draws the foul.
It's a great look by Talene Tendor. She saw that there was an opening there along the baseline on the low block. She goes ahead and goes away from the three-point shot, drives inside, picks up the fourth foul against the Worland player. They now have 8 team fouls, and Talene will go to the line for 2.
And this one falls off to the side. She's not having a good night at the free throw line. She is now 1 for 4. 1 for 4. Here's the next one coming up. Talene eyes the hoop. This one's short. Same place. Rebounded by Mackenzie Ray. Off the Ewell, back to Ray. Ray down court. It goes to Salazar, to Ewell. On top, Ray has it now across the key to Taylor Simmons. And across the key the other way now to Ewell. On top of the key, Taylor Simmons has it, gives it off to Ewell. Ewell looking for some help. And then she turns to shoot the ball. It's not good. Rebound goes to Layla Norris for the Tigers. Off to Tendor, who will bring it down court. She does a 360 move there. Gives it off to Winfield in the lane. Winfield on the ground. Turns the ball over, and then Worland turns the ball right over. Tendor underneath. Layup is good. Nice shot by Layla Norris.
That time is a good bounce pass inside the key. It's the only way that ball is going to get through. Puts it up and in for the easy bunny. Do the Tigers as they pick up a foul as Ryan Bell. That's going to be her third, 5th team foul. Tigers still have 2 fouls to give here with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
And coming out of the game now is Tendor, and also Norris is coming out. In for the Tigers is Hansen. And let's see who else is out there for the Tigers. Oh, Staffenberg is back out there now. So here comes Ewell down court in the middle. Off to Arroyo. Yeah, we had a fan getting up here. It stood right in front of me, and I couldn't see the shot. Here we go. Here's Ryan Bell. She falls down. Ball's on the floor. Picked up by Hansen. Bounce pass over. Turnover by Lander. With it is Ewell all the way down court. Underneath. Ray. Shot is up and not good. Rebound tip is up and good by Ray. Mackenzie Ray gets that one.
That was number 12 that got the shot on that one.
Was that 12? Okay, I'll change that on my scorebook, and it's 40 to 23, 25, 40 to 25. Hansen with halfway gone through the third or fourth period. Shot from the corner is not good. Long outlet pass is going to be knocked away. Turnover for Worland. Ryan Bell brings it all the way down coast to coast. Throws it up and in. Ryan Bell. What a nice floater that was for Ryan Bell.
That was a great floater by Bell. Saw that the Lady Warriors had the position along the baseline. She's like, all right, I'll just stop and throw it up from here. Puts it in for 2.
Simmons shot for 3 from the outside is not good, and Josie Decker rebounds. Over now to Jazz Aguayo. Shots up, not good. Rebounded by Staffenberg for Lander. We go the other way now with Ryan Bell, 3.5 minutes to go. Bell on top of the key, 42-25. Lander will earn their 9th win if this lead holds up. And the Lady Warriors will suffer their 8th loss. Here's Ryan Bell on the far side, on top to Hansen. Around the horn it goes. Ball's knocked away and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lady Tigers.
That was good anticipation there by the Lady Warriors player. She came over closing down that passing lane. That was Carly Ewell. She's done a really good job on the defensive end of the ball for the Warriors. Taking a couple of hard shots with the inadvertent elbow to the face and a couple hard fouls on one of her shot attempts. But so far, she's probably been the bright spot on defense for the Lady Warriors.
Ray and Decker come out of the game. Here is Tendor. Bounce pass over to the Tigers, Ryan Bell, shot is not good. Here's a 2-on-0. There's the layup, and it's good. And getting that one was that 23? 20. Peterson that's her 5th point of the game. Tigers have it now, 2.5 minutes to go. Ryan Bell in the corner. Here's Tendor in the lane. Oh, there's one of those crazy bounce passes through the lane. Those very rarely work. Of course, if you've listened to me for some time, that's one of my least favorite basketball plays. Here we go. Ray has it. Shots up off, not good. Fight for the rebound out of bounds, and it'll stay with Worland. 2:15 to go in the 4th period, 42-27. Tigers with the big lead. Inbounds pass goes to Ray. Shots up and good. And that for her is the 5th point of the game, and we have a timeout by the Tigers, or by Worland. Full timeout. We'll be back after this.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by WYDOT.
Hansen will take it out at the far side, outside on the sideline into Tendor. Tendor brings it down. Bounce pass in the middle, and it's tied up. Boy, I just don't like those bounce passes in the middle. I don't think I have to say that again. I've hit it, about 4 times today, Josh?
Closer to 6.
Closer to 6, okay. Tigers get it. You know, there's a lot of personnel in that paint. And when you try to get it through, you've got to negotiate 8 legs. And usually that doesn't work out. Okay, here's Hansen. Hansen behind her, over to Tendor, driving the lane, puts up a shot and draws the blocking foul. Nice drive by Tendor, and the personal foul goes against Peterson, her first. 9th foul. Go ahead.
Another good drive there by Tendor. She saw a little bit of a gap there and a defensive breakdown along the baseline. Gets around the outer defender and puts it up for the shot attempt, getting the foul inside against Peterson. And again, she's just having a rough night from the free throw line.
Yeah, that one didn't go either. She missed them both. She's 1 of 8. Long pass down court underneath the basket. Rollins throws it underneath the lane. Shots up and good. I believe that was 12 who got that one. Taylor Simmons. And it's 29, 42-29, or to 31, I'm sorry. Missed that last basket. And there's Taylene Tendor with 3. That was Taylene, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, Taylene Tendor with 3. And it's a 45-34 turnover by Worland. Down court, 3-on-1 underneath. Norris for the layup. Layla Norris now has 10 points in the game. You know, those are quiet 10 points too. She hasn't been very spectacular with that. Traveling, here's another turnover by Worland.
Tigers have just done a really good job with their defensive sets along with the full court press. They've caused a lot of turnovers and getting a bunch of steals with the double teams along the timeline and doing very well in getting points off turnovers.
There's Tendor for another 3. It bounces around, not good. Rebounded by Norris, and the ball squirts out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover. Lander, their 20th turnover.
That's a good thought by Norris. She saw that her teammate Hansen was down on the opposite side of the keys. There's another steal by Tendor, bouncing around. Tried to get it over to her, but unfortunately she wasn't able to complete the pass.
There's a nice drive. Shot is up, off, not good. Rebound by Peterson, and Lander gets the board with 25 seconds to go in the game. Hansen brings it down to Tendor. Cross the key, whistle, and a grabbing foul. It's going to be called on Addison Rollins, and that'll be her second personal foul. And that puts Tendor at the line again. She is 1 for 8 in the game. 1 for 9. She misses that one. You know, Josh, it's the easiest play in basketball and the hardest one to make.
Yeah, and the Tigers have done a really good job. They're tied for first in 3A with their free throw percentage at 68%. Have a feeling after this one that percentage is going to drop a couple.
Yeah, there'll be some practice on that one. She gets the second one. Ball's knocked out of bounds off of a Worland player's foot. So Lander has it with 14 seconds to go.
And the look on Rollins' face after that one pretty much explains it for the entire Worland team. Kind of rolls her eyes with a disgruntled look as Worland has not been able to do much in this contest.
3 ball by Staffenberg. Holy cow. She has 23 points, and it goes 51-31. And Josh, with that three-pointer, Lander hits their season average in scoring, 51 points.
Yeah, that's the 7th or 8th made three-pointer by Demi Staffenberg. Definitely her best offensive showing of the season, as well as the best individual offensive showing for this Tiger team so far this season. She has 8 threes. I believe she's shooting somewhere around 60% from beyond the arc, putting in a two-pointer in there as well. By far the leading scorer by the Tigers and leading scorer in the contest. Demi Staffenberg, definitely the player of the game for Lady Tigers, with those really good anticipation on the defensive end of the ball, blocking those passing lanes, as well as getting some key rebounds and a couple assists. If you were to put together her scoring output plus assists, her by herself accounted for more than half of the Tiger points in this contest.
Our Click It and Ticket postgame show, we're going to race through this one so we can get to the boys' game as the Worland Warriors go down to defeat. And did you write down the final score? Yeah, it was 51-31. 51-31. So for Worland, their top scorer was Jazz Aguayo. I apologize, Jazz. Jazz Aguayo, 6 points in the game, 5 points each by Peterson and by Ray. We had 4 points in the game by Decker and Simmons, 2 points by Carly Ewell, and 4 points by Nayeli Aguayo. For the Lander Tigers, it was 23 points for Demi Staffenberg, 10 points for Layla Norris, 5 points for Talene Tendor and Megan Winfield, 4 points in the game by Whitney Hansen. And our final score again on our Click It or Ticket postgame show, the Lander Valley Tigers 51 and the Worland Lady Warriors 31. A 20-point win. Our player of the game on our Click It or Ticket postgame show, Demi Staffenberg. And we'll be back with the boys' game right after we listen to this.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Hi, this is Terry Banker. I'm minister at New Hope Christian Church in Lander, Wyoming. We want to support the kids of this area academically, athletically, and spiritually. Our address is 630 Mount Hope Drive. Come to Sunday school at 9:30 and our worship service at 10:45.
The team at Lander Dental provides a wide range of services, including preventive, cosmetic, restorative, and reconstructive dentistry in a caring, comfortable setting. Lander Dental Group, 799 South 2nd Street in Lander.
Hi, I'm Tom from Fremont Therapy Group, and we're going to be talking about running analysis. Running analysis has 3 components to it. Obviously, you look at the running part. That's kind of the gait pattern, looking at how well they strike the ground. The next part looks at how strong they are, their legs, also how flexible they are. There's certain muscles that become tight the more you run. And then the last part, it's looking at how well you move. So you're looking at ways to help you reduce your chance of injury. Come on in, you're gonna love it. We'll get you on the treadmill and start the process.
Want access to local news, sports, events, and more? Download the WYO Today app. Now available on all platforms. Stream your favorite radio station, submit something to buy, sell, or trade for deals on the dial, or view contests and special coupons. Better yet, the WYO Today app is the best way to access free HD video of Fremont and Hot Springs County athletics. It's all at your fingertips. Head to your app store or visit wyotoday.com to download the WYO Today app now.
There are 2 ways to buy 4x4 gear, the expensive way and the smart way. The expensive way is when you buy a new truck or SUV and the dealer sells you the brush guard, the heavy-duty bumpers, the steps, lights, winch, you name it. He rolls it all in with your loan into your monthly payment. But here's the smart way. Shop at Wyoming 4x4, where you get expert advice from Dan, quality gear, professional installation, all for a whole lot less than you'd spend at a car dealer. Wyoming 4x4 on North Federal in Riverton. The smart way to roll.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Well, we're coming up next with the Worland Warriors and the Lander Tiger boys. Worland comes into this game with a 2-0 mark in the Northwest Quadrant, and overall they are 12-1. The only team they've lost to this year was the first game of the season, and that was to Douglas. Lander Valley comes into this game with a 3-7 mark and 1-0 in the conference play with the victory up in Powell here a few weeks ago. Worland Warriors are stacked with players who can score. Court Gonzalez averages 15 points a game. Carter Clark, 15 points a game. Brock Dosanis has 13 points a game, and Joey Anderson, 10 points a game. So, Josh, these Worland Warriors, they're a scoring machine.
I mean, you look at not only individual stats, but team stats for Worland, and they're tops in 3A in scoring. They average 68 points a game, and they have a score margin of 21 points. They also lead 3A in shooting percentage. Get this, Ernie, they're shooting 50% overall from it with their field goals, just over 30% from the arc, and they're doing pretty well from the free throw line. Not quite tops in the Class 3A, and that one they're sitting at 56%, which is towards the bottom half. But you look at individual tops on individual scoring, individual free throws, 3-point field goals made, if I could spit it out. I mean, they've got tops in almost every single category for individual performance as well as team. And it's not like their defense is lacking either. They're only allowing 47 points per game. So they're stacked on both sides of the ball.
And on our Bailey pregame show, go with Bailey and the Pit Stop Fuel Centers, convenience centers in Powell, Riverton, and Lander. And I'm looking at the roster here for the Worland Warriors, and they've got some height too. They're going to be a higher team on the floor. Lander's Washburn is about the only player who can match up with their height. So, and you can see that with the rebounds. They average 30 or 29 rebounds a game, do these Worland Warriors, and they're dressed all in orange tonight. And the Tigers, as we mentioned earlier, in white uniforms with green stripes and green numbers. And Josh, this is going to be quite something. Lander and Worland have really been battling each other the last 3 years. Lander had the advantage 3 years ago, Worland the last 2 years, even though Worland's only loss last time was by 20-some points to Lander in their home gym.
Right,
Yeah.
and then last year, looking at the regionals and conference and state tournament in regionals, Lander lost to Worland 60-55, and in the state tournament in the semifinals, they lost to Worland 64-54 in Worland's route to take the 3A state championship last year. So Tigers are looking to rebound. They're looking to keep that flawless conference mark, move to 2-0. It is going to be quite the thing for the Tigers to do. Maybe they can pull some magic out of their hat, get some of that vibe from the girls team. Be pretty good on the defense, see if they can pull one out.
Okay, and now we've got the Sutherland's Home Improvement Center starting lineups with Josh.
All right, we'll start with the visiting Worland Warriors. First, starting number 1 will be junior Brock Dusanis. Second will be number 3, the senior Coulter Wyman. Another player for Worland will be number 4, Jory Anderson. He's a senior. And finishing out for the Worland Warriors will be number 24, Court Gonzalez. He's a junior. And number 30, Carter Clark. He is a junior as well. Now for your home, Lander Tigers. Starting at the guard will be number 3, Kellen Donahue. He's a senior. Another guard will be number 4, Jace LeClaire, a senior as well. Third senior and third guard, he'll be down on the block. Number 5, Tanner Bird. Your third guard's going to be the number 1 assist player, number 1 setup man in 3A, Tisso Gwina. Number 11, he'll be the senior. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Tigers, the only junior in the starting lineup, Brennan Staffenberg, number 23. He'll be the tallest member of the Tigers starting, and he'll be down on the low block as we look to get this contest started between the Tigers and the Worland Warriors. With the call, here is Ernie Over.
Coulter Wyman is going to be in the center jump circle with Brennan Staffenberg as we're getting ready to get this one underway. There's the tip, and it's going to go to Worland. And picking up the ball first is Court Gonzalez, and he double dribbles right off the bat.
Yeah, had a little bit of an issue there after he got it, trying to decide what he wanted to do. Couldn't decide and switched from one dribble hand to the other. Hit them both at the same time. Turnover Worland. Tigers have the ball.
Staffenberg bounce pass into Gwina. Gwina guarded very closely by Gonzalez. Brings it into the forecourt around the corner. Now Jace LeClaire has it. LeClaire to Tanner Bird. Bird drives to the left wing off to Donahue. Donahue in the paint, kicks it back out to Bird. Bird can't penetrate. Now he tries to back his way in, can't do it. Off to Donahue in the corner, Staffenberg. Staffenberg bounce pass to Gwina. Gwina has the ball stripped, and it goes off his leg and out of bounds. it'll be Worland's ball.
A little bit of a puzzling possession there for the Tigers. There was only 2 men in motion, LeClaire and Bird. It was man-to-man defense, and you had 3 players stuck in the corner, not moving, trying to move along the baseline would have had an easy look for 2.
And on the far side, here's Johnson for 3. Joey Anderson gets it, and it is 0-3 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Here's Tanner Bird. Bird from 3 feet answers with a deuce, and it's 3-2 Worland. And that's the first points by Tanner Bird. First points for the Tigers. Down court quickly. Across the court it goes to Dusenis. Dusenis on the near side. Underneath the basket. Layup and in is good. And that's going to be not Dusenis, but Coulter Wyman who gets the basket. It's 5-2 Worland as we're just getting underway. Gwino brings it all the way down for the Tigers off to Donahue. Staffenberg, LeClaire. LeClaire back to Donahue. He moves to the right-hand wing off to Tanner Bird. Bird on top of the arc now. Passes it off to Gwina. The ball's knocked away. Picked up by Worland. There's the shot. Up, off, not good. Tip is good. And that was Joey Anderson who got the tip. And it goes now 7-2 Worland. And Lander having trouble with it. The ball's knocked out of bounds by Worland's Brock DeSantis. So Staffenberg will take it out. Sticky man-for-man defense. They've got a full court press going on. There's the inbounds pass to Gwina. Gwina slows it up. Now he moves it into the forecourt on the right-hand wing. On top, Staffenberg. Around the horn it goes to LeClaire. Back to Gwina. Gwina doesn't shoot to LeClaire. LeClaire at the free throw line. Spins, ducks, shoots, and no, not good. Rebound by Dusenis. And Worland, long pass down court, goes to Clark. Clark underneath the basket has it knocked out of bounds by the Tigers, and Worland will have it under the basket. Pretty fast-paced game so far, Josh.
Quick pace so far. You got both teams that have a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed. So far, Worland has been able to find the open looks against this Tiger zone to up the score 7-2.
On the near side, here's a pass to Anderson. Anderson underneath the paint. Turnaround jumper is not good. Fight for the rebound goes out of bounds, and it's off Lander, and will stay with Worland as Joey Anderson tried to make that. Taking the ball out of bounds is Carter Clark. Clark, long inbounds pass to Wyman. Wyman drives the lane, puts up a short floater. No, not good. Rebounded by Staffenberg. Hands it off to Gwina, who will bring it down the court for the Tigers. Gwina all the way down to the top of the circle, off to Bird. Bird at the free throw line, bounces it to LeClaire, now to Donahue. Donahue in the middle of the lane, does a 360, shoots and scores. Nice shot by Kellen Donahue.
Donahue finding the opening in the paint, puts it up and in for 2, and Worland then throws it out of bounds on the long outlet pass that was led too far for his teammate. Another turnover for Worland. Tigers will take it over, see if they can't even the score with a 3.
4:49 to go, first period, 7-4 Worland. Here's Donahue with the basketball. Almost got it picked from his pocket, off to LeClaire to Staffenberg on top. Tanner Bird has it now. Bird in the corner, hands it off to Donahue. Donahue back to Bird. Bird looking for a hole in that defense, that man-for-man defense. Ball's poked away by Anderson, picked up by LeClaire. Now LeClaire bounces it off his foot, gets it right back to Donahue. Donahue drives to the left wing in the corner. Bird launches a 3, that's good. Tanner Bird for 3, and it goes tie game, 7-7, our first tie of the game.
Tanner Bird, no hesitation on that one. His defender was leaking off just a little bit, gave him enough space, put it up and in from the far side corner. Tie game.
Gonzalez over to Clark. Now it goes to Anderson. Back on top of the key, near side. Clark for 3. No, not good. Rebound Donahue for the Tigers. Staffenberg has it. Makes it into the forecourt. Stops at the free throw line, off to LeClaire. LeClaire far side to Donahue. Donahue backs his way into the lane but doesn't shoot. brings it out to Tissot. Gwynna makes a drive, pops it from 7. No, he gets his own rebound, puts it up and in and 1. Tissot Gwynna with 2 and 1. And the personal foul is going to be called on Worland. And the, let's see, I missed the call. Did you get the?
Number 1.
Number 1. Okay, as DeSantis gets the personal foul. Tissot Gwynna, and that was a heck of a drive by Gwynna. He put up the first shot, missed it, got his own rebound, ducked under the defender and scored.
Yeah, he saw this defender was on his heels as he drove inside, so he decided to hit the brakes, pull a stop and pop, gets his own rebound and puts it in, gets the foul.
And the shot is not good. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Another shot is not good. Down court, we have a blocking foul on the Tigers. Going to go against Jace LeClaire. He wasn't set and got ran into. And that for Jace is the first team foul against the Tigers. So Carter Clark takes it out into Anderson. His shot for 3, no. Rebound out of bound. It'll go to Lander. Last touch by one of those orange jerseys down court. Staffenberg to take it in the backcourt. Full court pressure. Here's Gwynna. He breaks the pressure. Gwynna on the left wing underneath the LeClaire. The ball's knocked away. Turnover, Tigers. Down court. Clark launches a 3-ball. No. Tanner Bird with the rebound for Lander. Into the right wing, in the corner, drives the baseline, backs his way in, underneath, nice shot by Tanner Bird. Whoa, what a move by Tanner Bird.
Tanner Bird drives inside, saw this defender was leaking out from the baseline, went inside, quick turnaround, dip and duck underneath, up and in for 2.
There's Anderson, his shot hits the bottom of the rim, he gets his own rebound. Or no, he didn't get the rebound, it was... I can hardly read these numbers. 24, Gonzalez that got that. Here's Gwynna. Gwynna in the middle of the lane. Makes a move. Throws it up. No, not good. Rebounded underneath the basket by Gonzalez. We go the other way. 2:05 to go. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Worland. 11-9, Lander with the lead. And Carter Ayers comes in for Jace LeClaire.
And
go ahead.
Luckily for the Tigers, in that matchup they had earlier this week against the Riverton Wolverines, in that cross-county matchup, they didn't come out flat like they did against the Wolverines as they take the lead 11-9. If you weren't listening to that matchup on Tuesday, Riverton opened the game with a 14-0 scoring run at the end of the first quarter.
Anderson in the middle of the lane underneath at the baseline. Shots up, not good. Rebounded by Staffenberg. Staffenberg to Gwynna. Gwynna brings it down in a hurry. Donahue at the baseline throws it away. Turnover by the Tigers. 3-on-2 break. Underneath, shot is up and not good by Carter Clark. But he draws the foul on the way to the basket.
Tigers did a really good job in the transition defense, coming back and recollecting themselves, finding their matchups, covering the guys to make sure they didn't have an open look on the fast break. I'll take the fouls and sending them to the line rather than the open layups on those fast break opportunities.
Carter Clark gets the free throw after the foul by Brennan Staffenberg. 2 team fouls on Lander, 1 on Worland. Coming into the game now for the Tigers is Colum Wheeler. And going to the free throw line again is Carter Clark. He hit the first one.
Braden Lincoln is also in for the Tigers as Gwynna and Staffenberg take a breath on the sideline.
And we're tied up again at 11 as both of the free shots go in.
No, Gwynna's still in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Gwynna's right there. He's got the basketball right now on the far side outside. Dribbling it around the defenders on top to Lincoln. Lincoln in the middle of the lane, stops, doesn't shoot, whistle, travel. Well, he backed up that time without bouncing the ball.
Yeah, he got a little stuck there as the Worland player came over to close him out, preventing him from advancing further in the key. Turn around to try and find a outlet to give it to, and unfortunately his pivot foot slid when he tried to do so.
We're tied up at 11. Worland's Clark has it. There's a bounce pass underneath to Weber. Weber in the middle, shots up off the glass and in by Gonzalez. And the Warriors retake the lead, 13-11. Minute 5 to go here in the first period of play. Down court, Donahue lost the basketball but picked it back up. Gives it off to Carter Ayers. Ayers to Gwynna. Gwynna with 56 seconds to go here in the first period. Off to Wheeler. Now Donahue, now Gwynna. Gwynna can't shoot. Off to Donahue in the lane. Pops it from 7. Too long. Not good. Rebounded by Clark for Worland. Well, he had a 3-on-3 break there, and now Worland's trying to set up a play. With it is Dosanis. Dosanis on the near side to Clark. Back to Dosanis, to Clark, to Dosanis. Near side to Weber. Dosanis for 3 is not good. Rebound underneath by Worland. Here's Clark for 3. He got it. Carter Clark puts it up to a 16-11 lead with 10 seconds to go. Tigers just had it tied a few seconds ago. 7 seconds to go. Gwynna on top, looking at the scoreboard. Stops, makes a move, puts up a shot. Not good. He hits the floor, and the period ends. The Lander Tigers, Lander Valley has 11, and the Worland Warriors 16. Back after this.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds, and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why John Shade is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers basketball on KFCW. For all of your investment needs, call John Shade at 335-7722 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Lander will have the ball as we start the second period, trailing 16-11. The Tanner Bird, the leading scorer for the Tigers, was 7. And on the other side, pretty even scoring, 5 points each by Anderson and Clark, 4 points by Gonzalez. So even scoring, and Lander will start the second period here with the basketball. Wheeler has it off to Bird to Staffenberg. Staffenberg just outside the arc, fires a shot. No, too strong. Rebounded by Jace LeClaire for the Tigers to Ayers underneath the Bird. Bird turns around, he can't shoot. Blocked on top, there's LeClaire for 3. Jace LeClaire, he got open and they didn't cover him, Josh, and he nailed it.
Great outlet pass to the wing by LeClaire as Tigers now force another turnover. He puts up the open look for 3. Tigers looking to even the score with the basket.
Here's Ayers, has the ball knocked out of bounds as he goes up for the shot. No foul on that one as it was cleanly blocked. 33, Landon Gilmore, a junior, is in there. He's the tallest player on the floor for the Warriors. Tigers, oh, there's a bad pass. It's turned over. Gilmore gets it, lays it up, and fouled. Basket did not go, but fouling was LeClaire to keep the basket from going in, and he did. So second foul on LeClaire, third team foul.
They gave it to Bird.
Oh, they gave it to Bird?
Yeah, he hit him on the arm from behind trying to go for the block.
I'm sorry about that. I missed it. Free throw is up and good. That's the only problem with keeping your own scorebook. You look down at it sometimes and something happens. You miss it. Here's another shot up and good. You got them both. So it goes 18-14 now on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. Full court pressure by the Warriors. Broken by Staffenberg to Bird. Bird on the right-hand wing, hands off to Staffenberg. Now to Colin Weaver. To Ayers. To Staffenberg. Staffenberg on the near side. Drives across the line. Tries to back his way in. At the baseline, he's blocked. To LeClaire, shots blocked. Goes to Staffenberg underneath the Bird. Bird has the ball taken away from him, and it goes off of Worland and out of bounds. Lander will control it. Worland's got a pretty tenacious defense, don't they?
Yeah, they're really tight on their man-to-man coverage. They've got active hands the entire time, and there have not been a lot of fouls. They only have one team foul so far in the contest.
Staffenberg, long inbounds pass to Abe Lopez, who just came into the game. LeClaire has it. LeClaire, just about 7 feet away, pops it over to Staffenberg on top, down to Tanner Bird. Bird goes to the left-hand side, back to Staffenberg. Bounce pass to Lopez. Lopez does a 360, doesn't shoot to LeClaire. In the paint, turnaround jumper, no. And the height of the Warriors comes away as Dusanis gets the rebound. Off, long shot, 3 for Joey Anderson is good. And that is his second 3 of the game. And it goes 21-14 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. 6 minutes left until halftime. LeClaire has it on the near side, right wing on top to Staffenberg. Staffenberg calling directions to Weaver, who comes out and gets the basketball. Now over in the corner to Lopez, back to Tanner Bird, who looked like he wanted to shoot. Now he does, and traveled. Fourth turnover by Lander. There are 3 by Worland. And now Gwena comes back into the game. Donahue comes in. Out is Wheeler and Bird. So the inbounds pass comes to Gonzalez. Far side to Weber. Weber in the middle, throws it away. Fourth turnover. Tiger Staffenberg out to Gwena. Gwena's outside the arc, doesn't shoot. Now he looked like he had a lane there for a second. Now he does. Puts up a shot. Oh, not good. Rebounded by Dusanis. Dusanis down court. Oh, and Staffenberg hits the floor on a shot by Joey Anderson. He was nailed in the forecourt and hit the floor. Meantime, the play went on, and Anderson got the 3. 24-14, 10-point lead now. Staffenberg comes out of the game, and coming into the game for the first time is Bennett Washburn. Tigers have it. Here's Gwena. Gwena in the corner. Washburn for 3. No, not good. He gets the rebound. Lopez fires a 3. No, not good. Rebound goes to Worland. Long outlet pass to Gonzalez. In the corner is Weber. He throws it back on top of the key. Dusanis for 3. No. Ball's knocked in the air. Rebounded by Worland. Far side. Dusanis has it now. On the near side, it goes to Gilmore. In the corner, underneath, and we have a player control foul against the Worland Warriors, and that's going to go against Court Gonzalez as he knocked LeClaire, skidded him across the floor for a few feet. 4:44 to go, first half, 24-14, 10-point lead by Worland. Here's Gwena, coast to coast. No, shot's not good. Rebound by Anderson. Goes off to Weber. Weber back over to Anderson outside the arc. Moves in over to Weber. Shot for 3 is good. Cade Weber. That's the 5th tray that Worland has hit in the game, Josh. They're doing well from outside, and it's 27-14 Worland.
Yeah, they did. Tigers did a really good job in the first quarter to keep that lead in single digits majority of the time, but now a couple of empty possessions, even though those have been good looks for the Tigers from the perimeter as well as inside. Tissot Gwena with the great isolation, crossover, driving inside the lane. Unfortunately, just isn't able to finish. And with a couple of made 3s back-to-back by Worland, that forces Coach Stu Mullins to take time out, try and regroup his guys, tell them, be like, listen, you guys are doing good. We've had good looks, just got to get them to fall. One of the things he's been saying throughout this entire season so far is they're getting good looks. Unfortunately, they just are not getting the favorable rolls, and they're not getting soft rims for the ball to go in. And one of those things that Tissot Gwena has been doing a really good job of improving on, taking those open shots and forcing the ball inside. And he's had a lot of a pass-first mentality in this game. Talking to his dad last week when he was talking about matchup against Powell, he's like, I don't know what came over me. My body just told me to pass it. when he was wide open for 3, and there were several parents in front of us that put their hands on their head like, why are you passing that? So, I mean, Tigers have done a good job so far. Worland is just taking advantage of the empty possessions by the Tigers, putting them up and in. Unfortunately, those empty possessions are ending in 3s for the Warriors.
A 9-0 run by Worland. There's a near steal, knocked out of bounds, and they say last touch by LeClaire, so Lander will have its 5th turnover on the far side outside, and Carter Clark to take it out. Brings it in to Joey Anderson. Anderson walks it across the timeline, wearing gold shoes. We haven't seen gold shoes yet this season. Underneath it goes, all alone, wide open and foul as he goes up for the shot is Carter Clark.
Good pump fake there by Carter Clark. Got LeClaire up off of his feet. Comes down on his arms as he took advantage of LeClaire jumping too soon. All you got to do at that point is just kind of lean into him a little bit, get the contact, and maybe you're lucky and get the shot to go in too. Either way, he'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
First one is not good. 4:09. We're halfway through the second period. 27-14 on our WyoToday.com KFCW scoreboard. Second shot does go in, and so that makes it 28-14, and that is a 10-0 run by Worland here after we had a tie score at 11, and then the Tigers had it down to 4, and it's been all Worland since that time. Almost a steal. Ball gets away. It is a steal. Turnover all the way. Laying it up, scoring is not Jackson. It's Clark. Clark gets the basket. That's his first of the game. 30-14. Worland on a run right now. Both teams usually have runs in the game. Worland's got the first one. Here's Donahue off the glass, draws the foul, misses the shot. So he'll get 2 free throws here. And it goes against Gilmore. That's his first personal foul. And Kellen Donahue, who has a basket in the game, goes to the charity stripe. And he hits it. He's got white tennis shoes, but he and Jace LeClaire, well, let's see, we've got 3 guys out there with the same tennis shoes with orange laces. Donahue and Staffenberg, and Jace LeClaire, who just went to the bench. So here's Donahue's second free throw, and it rolls in and rolls right back out. So it's a 30-15 game, 15-point lead. Bringing it down is Gonzalez. Gonzalez way in the corner. Now to Anderson. Anderson from the baseline to Dusenas. Shot's good for 3. Holy cow.
That was just wicked vision there by Worland. I don't know how he saw that Dusenas was open. I think from my vantage point, I think it went through 3 sets of hands from the baseline all the way out to the outer wing. Dusenas takes advantage, puts it in for 3.
Here's Tanner Bird. Tanner drives the baseline, puts up a shot and in. Tanner now with 9 points, leading scorer for Lander, and they break that scoring string. 36 to 17. Down court with the Warriors. Anderson has it. He dribbles it across the timeline now. Far side it goes. Back on the near side to Dusenas, and lost the ball out of bounds on a pass over to Carter Clark.
This is what the Tigers need to do right now. Get those unforced errors, be stingent on defense, get some empty possessions by the Warriors and take advantage of it. Get down court and get some good open shots to be able to cut this lead down to single digits.
35-17, and we have something at the scorer's desk that needs the attention of the official. So she comes over and they're pointing at the scoreboard. Now we have an officials huddle at the officials. You know what they're doing down there, Josh?
They're looking at something in the scorebook. They're looking up on the scoreboard thinking that maybe there's a score wrong.
I've got them 36-17, and the scoreboard has 35-17.
Now they're looking at all the scorebooks, both for Coach Mullins and for Worland. Looks like they've got a parent that maybe has a scorebook going on for Worland as well. Must be some sort of scoring discrepancy.
Okay, they've moved the score back down to 33. So they've taken 3 points off the board. No, that's odd. Taken 3 points off the board for Worland. It's a 16-point lead now by the Warriors. Tissot Gwynna brings it down off to Staffenberg. Bird has it. Lopez to Bird. Bird at the free throw line, moves to his left to Gwynna. Gwynna bouncing the ball, drives in the middle of the lane and is fouled. Reach-in foul is going to be called on number 4. On Joey Anderson, his first. 4 team fouls apiece, not a shooting foul. Staffenberg to take it out of bounds. 2:13 to go here. First period of play, or first half, 33-17. In the middle, Donahue working his way in to Tanner Bird. Bird bounces it on top to Lopez outside the arc. Lopez makes a move, lays it up, and no, too short. Rebound goes to Anderson for Worland. Under 2 minutes now. Long pass goes down court to Clark. Clark on the baseline, far side outside, midway between the 2 lanes. Clark crossed the pass to DeSantis. Now to Anderson. Anderson back to DeSantis to Anderson to Clark. Clark has it now. Bounce pass over to DeSantis on the far side long. Cross-court pass. Anderson for 3. No. Fight for the rebound. DeSantis gets it. Taken away by Tissot Gwynna. Tissot brings it down the court. Hands it off to Lopez. He launches a 3. That is no good. It goes over the basket. Minute 19 to go, 33-17, 16-point lead. Lopez comes out of the game. Carter Ayers back in for the Lander Tigers. And Worland will have it, bringing it down the court. Clark off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has got a face mask on, a clear one. Must have had a broken nose. Here's Gonzalez in the lane underneath. Oh, give and go. Coulter Wyman with 2, and it's 35-17. Traveling on the Tigers' 7th turnover, and with 60 seconds to go here until halftime, it's 35-17. Inbounds pass goes to Clark, to Gonzalez. That face mask is about half a one. It covers his eyes and his nose, doesn't go all the way over his mouth.
Probably had a broken nose in the past, I would imagine.
Yeah, that kind of looks like what it could be. Worland looks to Gonzalez off the glass, 2 more.
That's a great move by Gonzalez, seeing the opening in the 2-3 zone by the Tigers. Puts it up and in for an easy 2 points.
On the far side, pass from Gwynna to Staffenberg. Staffenberg on the right-hand wing, on top to Ayers with 20 seconds to go. He does a spin move, moves in the lane, can't shoot, off to Donahue. His shot's good. Kellen Donahue on a nice give that time from Ayers. Down court, underneath, it's Gonzalez. He's tied up and fouled. That'll be Ayers, I think, that got that one again. Oh, no, it's Staffenberg, I'm sorry.
I thought for sure that was going to be a jump ball as the Gonzalez went up for the shot. Staffenberg had his palm on the front of the ball, but unfortunately the ref along the baseline said that he hit the hand or the arm, so he'll get charged for the hack and send Worland to the line for 2.
38-19 now after the first charity toss is good. Spins the ball, eyes the hoop, hits it. So he gets, we have a substitution as Gilmore comes back in for Gonzalez. It's 39-19 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. 20-point lead by Worland. Long shot at the buzzer is not good, and that's our halftime score. The Lander Valley Tigers 19, but the Worland Warriors 39, a 20-point bulge at halftime here at Lander. We'll be back with a scoring roundup and some analysis after this.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
And joining us now on our halftime show is the Lander Valley High School girls basketball coach, Demi Staffenberg. And Cyril, you moved to 9 wins on the season with a fairly easy 51-31 win over Worland, but it took a big second half surge to get that done.
Yeah, I thought we just opened the game really well, especially defensively, to hold them to 0. And then, as could be expected sometimes, you kind of think, well, maybe it's going to be easy, and Worland's never going to be easy. So so then they clawed their way back into it, and of course we had to get regrouped and refocused, and I thought we played pretty well, especially the third and to close the fourth. I think we kind of fell asleep again at the beginning of the fourth.
Demi hit 7 3-pointers. Wow. That was a great performance from outside.
Yeah, and that's what we've talked about the whole time. I said, up in Powell, they chase Demi and Megan, so they don't get to score a whole lot. Between scores 19. Riverton comes out and chases Demi, and then Whitney goes for 15. I mean, and then they come out and kind of play Demi straight up, and she goes for 7 threes. And then Ryan Bell's had her game in there. And I said, as long as they'll buy into that team concept, that team theory, that we have a lot of scorers, we'll be pretty successful.
Layla Norris had a pretty good game. She hit double figures this morning there.
Yep, and she's she's just such a quiet player. She works so hard. She deserves 10 points almost every game if she doesn't get it, because she's just a hard worker.
Yeah, she really is. And the Tigers, as you said, held Worland scoreless in that first period of play, and then you outscored them 23-10 in that first half. So you had a good, comfortable lead there at halftime.
Yeah, and we talked about that. That's what I was a little concerned. And early in the fourth, I talked to him. I said, we can't afford a 6-minute break against Lyman or Pinedale. And I'm not taking anything away from Worland, because they lost 5 starters. They lost every bit of scoring they had last year, and they're regrouping as quickly as they can. I said, but if you're hoping to win a regional tournament, you're going to have to play 32 minutes against a pretty good team sometime. And that was mainly my frustration a little bit in the fourth, is the ability to stay focused.
Yeah, they only, most of their players are sophomores. They have a couple of juniors.
Yeah, they lost a very talented class over the last 2 years.
And the one freshman they did have ended up with 5 points, so she's going to be a threat in the future.
Oh, they'll do a great job, and Mark's back right below me here on the radio also, their coach, and he's, he got out, he became the AD, and they wouldn't let him coach, and he did a super job beforehand, and he'll have them back on the map in no time. He does a super job coaching.
Yeah, he's in his 14th year as a coach at Worland. been there 23 years. So we've seen Mark Mortimer a lot.
Oh yeah, and you had to put up with his son for a couple 4 years too, as he played pretty well here. But no, like I said, he's a great coach, and Worland will be good. That's why I said that, so you can't fall asleep on a team like that, because they'll all of a sudden surprise you.
Okay, tomorrow night, the big test against the Level Lady Bulldogs. They've only lost once this year.
Yep, we tip off against them at 2:30, so that'll be, like I said, these are two of the important ones. You know, Powell was important, obviously Worland's important, and Level of Home's important, because we obviously head to the road to redo the second half, so we get to go on the road the second half of the season twice.
Yeah, and all those road wins are precious.
Yep, I mean, so we got to take care of business here, and then at least if we can take care of business tomorrow, we'll be 3-0, and we'll be sitting right where we want to sit.
All right, Cyril Staffenberg, Lady Tiger basketball coach, thanks for joining us here at halftime, and good luck tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 against the Level Lady Bulldogs.
All right, thanks, Ernie.
You betcha.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Is your resolution this year to be healthier? You may have made a commitment to improve your physical health, but don't forget about your financial health. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union is listed as one of the healthiest credit unions in the U.S., and we are the healthiest credit union in Wyoming, according to depositaccounts.com. Don't risk having your accounts anywhere else. Become a member today and accomplish your first resolution by becoming healthier. Financially speaking, that is. Federally insured by NCUA. Open your eyes to a credit union. Atlantic City Federal Credit Union.
Okay, and for the radio listeners who couldn't see that ad, that was from Maven. It's all instrumental there as they flashed a lot of photos. So when you hear that, that's the ad for Maven here in Lander. 90 seconds to go here before we start the second half. And Josh, well, this kind of started the way we thought it might. The Tigers hung in there for quite a while. We had two ties early in the game, and then Worland went off on that 10-0 run.
Yeah, in the first quarter, Tigers did a really good job of holding Worland to outside perimeter shots that weren't falling. But those same shots that weren't falling the first quarter, there towards the latter part of the first half, started to fall for Worland, as it was a 2-point game. I believe it was like 16-14, somewhere in there. And then Worland went on that shooting run. Tigers had some empty possessions, and Worland was just lighting it up from three. We mentioned that they're shooting 50% field goal percentage so far in the season, only 30% from beyond the arc, but so far in this contest, I would be willing to bet they are right around that 50%, if not better than that, from the land of Trey, and unfortunately the Tigers have not been able to do so. I mean, they're getting good looks. They've been getting great dribble drives by Tissel Gwinnett, great dribble drives by Abe Lopez. They've had some open threes that I would definitely not fault them for taking. The Worland defenders were leaking off just a little bit, giving them enough space. And you know that the Tiger team, since they've been coached by Stu Mullins, is going to be a perimeter shooting team. Why Worland continues to leak off, almost daring the Tigers to shoot it, I'm not really sure. But just the main theme for the Tigers are getting open shots, but they cannot get the ball to fall to improve that field goal percentage. And right now they're down by 20, almost getting doubled up by the Warriors. See if they can start the second half a little bit stronger this time.
Joey Anderson with 11, and Gonzalez and Clark with 9 each lead the Warriors scoring. Worland has the ball to start. There's a 3 from the corner that's too long, pulled out of the air by Donahue off to Gwynna. And the Tigers go right to left on the floor here, the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Gwynna has it on the left-hand wing, has an opening, drives, fires it back out on top to a Donahue for 3, no. And the rebound pulled away off the glass by Gonzalez. Quickly down court, there's a beautiful drive. Holy smokes, Coulter Wyman with that one. And boy, he went faster than the speed of light almost that time, Josh.
Yeah, he took that pass, saw the baseline was open, took 2 steps, put it up and in for 2.
Here's Staffenberg in the paint, turns around off the glass and 1. Staffenberg with the basket and the foul, and the personal is going to be called against Worland, and the foul goes against Dusenis, his second personal foul.
And that's exactly what I want to see from Brennan Staffenberg, sitting down in that guard spot in the low post, doing what he can to get some moves, get some low post moves, that little turnaround step back jumper, does a real good job fading away, giving himself some more space. If he does more of that, that'll help the Tigers get back in this game.
Free throw was missed. Gonzalez has it now for Worland, off to Joey Anderson. Joey on the far side outside, halfway between the 2 lines, kicks it back out to Carter Clark. Bounce pass to Dusenis on this side, back to Clark for 3. It's good. Wow. Carter Clark with his second tray of the game, 44-21 Worland. Here comes Gwynna for the Tigers, off to Jace LeClaire. Near side Donahue. Donahue across the key, outside the free throw line, kicks it out to Staffenberg, now to Tanner Bird. Bird on top to LeClaire, near side Gwynna. Tissot moves to the left, Staffenberg to Donahue. Donahue guarded closely, over to Staffenberg. He wants to back in the lane, but he doesn't. Gives it off to Donahue at the free throw line. Shot is no. And one of the Worland players fell down, and Donahue, I don't know if he was distracted or not, went ahead and missed the shot, didn't even hit the rim. So we've got a foul on Worland on this side, and it's going against Dusenis. That's his 3rd, and he'll come out of the game quickly as Aaron Abel brings in a replacement, Cade Weber. Tigers looking at full court pressure, 5:47 to go in the 3rd, 44-21. Staffenberg into Gwynna, quickly brings it down court into the forecourt, midway between the 2 lines on the far side, dribbling the ball. Now he moves in the corner to Staffenberg at the baseline. Staffenberg makes a move, puts a shot up, and it's not good. Rebounded by Gonzalez. Long outlet pass now to Anderson. Lays it up, and a player control foul and no basket.
That was just great job by LeClaire. He saw that the Worland player was going up super early, so he decides, I'll just plant it right here. Stands tall, doesn't flinch, takes the charge. Turnover Worland, Tigers will have the ball.
Here comes Gwynna with it across the timeline on the near side, left wing, across now to the top of the circle. Moves it in, does a 360 move, has the ball stripped, and it'll stay with the Tigers as it bounces off of Worland.
Tigers are trying to set up the pick and roll on the outside to get the open shooter from beyond the arc. Worland still staying with the man-to-man defense, but this Worland team is using their speed and athleticism, doing the switch off on the picks really well. Tigers have no openings.
Oh, there's a beautiful pass from LeClaire to Donahue for 2. Nice basket on that one. That's the best assist we've seen tonight. Whistle, and a foul is going to be called on Tissot? No, on LeClaire. Personal foul on LeClaire, and that's his 3rd. 23-44, Worland with the lead, 4:58 to go. There's a near steal by Gwynna in the corner. Pops a 3 ball, and that goes to Tyson Swalstead. Tyson Swalstead. Was that? No, that was number 30, wasn't it? That was Carter Clark, his 3rd 3. 47-23, we'll be back.
Riverton's Hampton Inn & Suites is proud to sponsor our youth athletics in Fremont County. Fremont County school athletics provide our youth timeless experiences and lessons that can lead to success for life. Setting goals, teamwork, and hard work make young athletes into good citizens.
And for the listeners on the radio, that was Health Source Chiropractic with a mostly instrumental ad there. We got a couple of those on the feed that goes to KFCW Facebook and WYO Today YouTube. And, of course, on KFCW 93.1. We're just under the 5-minute mark of the third period, 47-23, Worland with the lead, and the Warriors will have the ball out of bounds, and that's Carter Clark. Inbounds it around the horn to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives the lane, puts up a short jumper that drops in.
Oh, that was also great defense, good closeout defense on the backside by the Tigers along the post. Unfortunately, the Warriors are just able to get that difficult shot to fall.
Here's Jace LeClaire calling for help underneath the Tanner Bird. He's in the lane. Turnaround jumper. No. Rebound goes to Worland. Outlet pass to Gonzalez, who falls down on the play. Gives it over the near side to Wyman, and we have a player control foul on Wyman. Well, Bird took the hit that time.
That was Staffenberg. He was able to find the position there. He saw that the Worland player was coming towards him, put his back towards him, and you can't really see where you're going when you're not facing the player you're going towards. Staffenberg sits in there, and that's the third charge in a row that Worland has been called on those 50-50 blocker charge opportunities.
Guena brings it down for the Tigers. Far side outside, near side Staffenberg. Staffenberg off to Donahue. Donahue at the free throw line off to that's Bennett Washburn. To Abe Lopez. Lopez spins, turns, shoots underneath the basket. Well, he just didn't get enough on that. Now all the way down court. Here's a layup and two more for Coulter Wyman. And it goes 51-23. Tigers bring it down. 3:33 to go here, third period of play. Guena moves it in the lane, off the glass and in. Boy, pretty move by Tisso Guena, and that is only his fourth point of the game, Josh.
Tisso Guena definitely needs to take charge here for the Tigers and be the offensive leader, get some more open possessions and dribble drives to get the Tigers on the board.
There's a long three that goes up and off by Carter Clark, and the rebound comes on top of the key, goes to Wyman. Wyman off to Anderson. Anderson dribbling it off to Dusanis. Or I'm sorry, not Dusanis, but Weber. Carter Clark has it, back to Weber. Underneath the basket, ball gets away. Ooh, underneath Gonzalez. No, nice defense by Donahue, and the Tigers get it right back. Here's Guena. He launches a three ball. That one almost hit the ceiling. Rebounded by Larson. Donahue fouled, and the ball doesn't drop. So he'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
Yeah, and that time the three-point shot put up by Tisso Guena. He had the pick set up by Abe Lopez. Instead of rolling to the right, he decided to stay where he was at. He got enough clearance by the pick set along the perimeter. He puts up the high arcing shot that unfortunately was a little too strong. Rebound comes down to the Tigers. Good offensive board by Donahue as he's been inside there with good defense on low block and good positioning for that rebound. Draws a contact, misses the first free throw. See if he can get 1 out of 2 here.
And he does, and the Tigers are now 2 of 6 from the free throw line. Brock Dusanis coming back into the game for Gonzalez. Anderson coming out, and coming in for Worland is Owen Page. So here's a double team in the backcourt. Worland escapes that. Off to Carter Clark. Near side, Weber. Around the horn it goes to Dusanis. Back on the near side to Clark. Clark has it now. They're trying to get somebody open. Dusanis to Clark. On top of the arc now on the right side. Goes over to Weber. Back to Dusanis to Weber. In the corner, can't move in. There's Dusanis in the lane. Pops it over on the near side for three. No, not good. And down court, 2-on-2. Staffenberg misses the shot. Wheeler, the rebound, blocked. And the Tigers get a foul, I believe, on Worland underneath. That was a nice recovery by Wheeler. And the personal foul goes against Owen Page, who just came into the game for Worland. That's their 6th foul, Josh. One more, and we'll be shooting 1-and-1s.
Yeah, Worland has 16 fouls here in the second half. Tigers only have 1. If they are able to keep that advantage where they're going to the free throw line and Worland isn't, that will help them try to cut this gap down.
Donahue in, shot off the glass, goes in, and that is Washburn who gets his first points of the game and a timeout called on the floor. We'll be back after this.
Former University of Wyoming quarterback Josh Allen is worthy of Wyoming.
23 plays into my first start here at the University of Wyoming. I dropped back, kind of went through a progression. I saw the middle of the field kind of open up. I decided to lower my shoulder. His helmet went straight into my collarbone here. We landed on the 20-yard line. At that moment, I knew something was really bad.
So Josh's collarbone was pretty bad. He had broken in multiple places, and it required hardware fixation with the plate in order to get it back together.
It was devastating news to me and my family, just knowing that, it could have ended 23 plays in.
We had no question whether we could perform the surgery here, given our wide.
Okay, minute 41 to go, third period. Worland 51, Lander 28 on our WYO Today KFCW scoreboard. Worland looking at some Lander pressure in the backcourt, easily broken by Dusanis. He wanted to go coast to coast but lost the handle on it. So now Carter Clark has got the ball on top of the key. Back to Dusanis. Dusanis at the baseline. On the near side now to Weber. Underneath it goes to Gilmore. And there's a pop from outside. No, not good. Rebounded by Donahue. Donahue quickly comes down and is fouled on got a little push in the back there by Carter Clark. So that's the 7th team foul, and we'll go to the 1 and bonus. Anderson coming back in, and he's going to replace Carter Clark. Clark has the best hair tonight, Josh.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a mini fro going on there. I think it might be a tie between him and Callum Wheeler.
Yeah, that could be. You bet. Okay, down court. Here's Anderson. Gives it off to Dusanis. In the corner, shot for three. No. Rebounded by Washburn. Stolen away by Anderson, who pops a three. No. And Washburn fighting for the rebound. Wheeler comes away with it for the Tigers. Wheeler brings it into the forecourt. In the corner, Washburn pops a three. No, too long. Rebounded by Donahue off to Wheeler. His shot is short. Rebounded by the Worland Warriors, and they step out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover. Lander.
Yeah, Worland's kind of coming unraveled here. They've had 3 or 4 three-point opportunities that did not fall. And now on the rebound opportunity, the Worland player steps on the boundary. And that's a turnover for Worland. Hopefully the Tigers can take advantage of it here and see if they can't get a score here on the board and decrease that deficit.
Gwynna, inbounds pass, has it stolen away by Anderson. Turnover Tigers. So Anderson brings it down. They've got a lot more height than Lander does, and he just stole that one right out of the air. Weber to Dusanis, back to Weber to Dusanis to Weber. They're just playing catch with each other here on top. Now it comes over to Anderson. Oh, he's got a lane, puts up the shot, and draws the foul. Shot did not go.
Great isolation crossover move there by Anderson. He's able to make the Denver, goodness gracious, Lander defender over pursue there and gets the opening, drives it in, draws the contact, and he'll miss the first free throw. That's only the second team foul for the Tigers here in the second half.
Worland has been good. They were 7 of 8 in the first half, and now they are 8 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Very good free throw shooting team. Here's Abe Lopez in the corner to Washburn. Washburn over to Wheeler. Wheeler drives it to the paint. There's the shot up by Gwena at the buzzer. No, it doesn't go. So after 3, Lander has 28 and the Worland Warriors 52. Back for the final 8 minutes after this.
Specialties within orthopedics.
I would recommend Premier Bone and Joint Centers. The thing that made me feel really comfortable with them was they made it feel like your own family.
I think he'll have no problem performing in the NFL. His rehab and his recovery done very well, and I don't see any restrictions on him whatsoever.
They want the best for you, and they won't steer you wrong.
Let us show you why we're worthy of Wyoming.
Riverton Vision Center offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
When repairs are complete after a collision, you expect your car, SUV, or truck to look like new. That's the service you'll receive at Stork Auto Body in Riverton. Professionalism and meticulous attention to detail. You can depend on Stork Auto Body, 841 Miniweb Avenue, Riverton.
Welcome back to Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse here in Lander. The Tigers down to the Worland Warriors 52-28. Those of you that are Cowboys fans, just looking at the update there, Maldonado scores 31 and Wyoming beats Air Force 63-61. They improved their record to 16-3 on the season.
Well, we'll have to find out what's going on in the student section. We've got quite a few students in reflective vests and hard hats over there.
It was apparently the construction theme as I talked to senior Kylie Balderston.
Ah, okay. Here's Staffenberg on top, whistle, and we have a foul underneath on Dusanis, and that'll be his 4th. And coming in quickly to replace him is Owen Page. And Dusanis comes out of the game right now. Dusanis has 3 points, but he's been pretty good on the floor. At the line, Callum Wheeler. Callum has not scored and still has not scored. The free throw, the one in bonus, was not good. 8 fouls against Worland, 2 against Lander in this second half. Carter Clark, far side to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives, he turns around, puts a shot up, no. Rebounded by Staffenberg, who protects the ball. Now comes down court with it into the timeline to Lopez. Lopez in the lane, off to Wheeler. Wheeler to Gwena. Gwena outside, stops, pops a 3, good. Tisso Gwena with his first tray of the game, and he now has 5 points. Let's see, that's 2, 4, 7 points in the game.
And a great pick set on the outside by Callum Wheeler, sitting right where he needed to give Tisso the clearance.
And there's a steal by Tisso, knocked out of bounds by Worland. Lander will have it under the Worland basket. 6:49 to go here. This is the 4th period, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the scoreboard still has it 3rd period. Here's Staffenberg. Staffenberg on top to Lopez. Lopez drives it in the corner. Jace LeClaire underneath to Staffenberg. He gets it away. The ball gets away from him. Long pass down court to Gonzalez. Underneath it goes to Page, and Page is fouled on the arm. 6:26 to go in the game. And that was the 3rd foul on Brennan. Inbounds pass, long, high inbounds pass. Goes now to Clark. Clark just outside the line to Gonzalez, into Anderson, back to Gonzalez, up and good. Nice feed that time. 54-31. Shot is up and in.
Nice reverse layup there by Jace Leclerc. Saw that defender was behind him. Used the basket as the backside defender to keep the Worland player from going behind him for the block. Easy reverse layup for Leclerc.
There's a shot and another player control foul against Worland. And this one's going to go against Carter Clark. That'll be his second. That's what, the fourth one, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, he looked like he was a little bit out of control there as he was coming in. That may have been a whistle that went in the favor of the Tigers where it probably couldn't have. Again, another one of those 50-50 situations. Tigers get the call. They'll see if they can get on the board again.
Here's Abe Lopez. Low fires a three that's off the back of the iron. Oh, crawling the ladder for the rebound all the way down. Anderson all alone for two. Well, I tell you, that's how you run a fast break, Josh.
Yeah, Worland is really good with their Callum. Got to pay attention where you're at, buddy. Anyway, Worland is just great with their speed and their hustle. Their transition offense is probably one of the best that we've seen in Class 3A. Probably the best we've seen all season, even with those 4A schools that we had earlier in the season. Just a couple of passes, and they're from one end of the court to the other for an easy layup.
Here's Anderson, who just scored that basket. Underneath, the lane is open. Shot off the glass, does not fall for Clark. Outlet play to Leclerc is knocked out of bounds. It'll be Landers' ball. 5:10 to go in the game. Someone finally told the scorekeeper it was the fourth quarter, so we have quarter four up there now. Here's Staffenberg. Out of bounds into Tissot for three. No, it went in. It went out. Rimmed out. And the fight for the ball. Timeout, and it'll be Landers' ball. Yeah, nice hustle by Tissot Gwynna.
Great hustle by Tissot Gwynna and a great call by Stu Mullins as that was right there in the Tiger bench. Saw exactly when Tissot had the possession, calls a timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back here on KFCW and YO Today YouTube.
Why should you choose Lander Medical Clinic or Western Family Care for your health care? In addition to 4 locations in Fremont County, they also provide telehealth. Telehealth can be your go-to answer when you're out of town, on the road, or just can't get to urgent care. All you need is a good internet connection. To schedule a telehealth appointment, call 332-3941 today. That's 332-3941. Lander Medical Clinic and Western Family Care. With telehealth, they're putting your health first every time.
During winter storms, it doesn't take long for roads to turn slick. Snowfall is often accompanied by high winds, and blowing and drifting snow can make it difficult to see the road. Speed limits are based on dry pavement conditions and good visibility. Be ready to reduce speed and increase following distance. Crashes are twice as likely to happen when it's slick out, and it's usually because someone is driving too fast for conditions. Remember, when there's ice and snow, take it slow. This message is brought to you by YDOT.
All right, 5 minutes to go in the game, 56-33. It's Albin Worland, and this is a very good basketball team. There's the inbounds pass to Gwynna in the middle. Staffenberg has a lane off the glass and in. Two for Brennan Staffenberg.
Great feed from Tissot Gwynna down into Staffenberg. There's only one man that was put up against Staffenberg, and he was quite a bit shorter. They took advantage of the mismatch. Staffenberg puts it in for two.
Anderson drives the basket off the glass, and a foul on the way up, I think. Well, let's wait. I think it's Lopez. Yeah, it is. Abe Lopez gets his second personal foul. And Anderson, who has 14 points now, he averages 10 points a game. He's got 14 now, and now 15. Anderson has those gold shoes, gold Nikes. He got both. So he now has 16 points in the game. Here's Gwynna all the way down. He has the lane, lays it up. Oh, it doesn't roll in. A little bit too strong. He had the open lane that time. Down court, Gonzalez. He puts it up. Shot blocked, but a foul called on Staffenberg, who got him on the arm on the way up. And that is 4 on Brennan Staffenberg. And going to the line is Court Gonzalez, who has 13 points, looking for his 14th. He doesn't get it. He averages 15 points a game. In Worland, typically, they're a 56% free throw shooting team, so a little ahead of the average tonight. He gets the second one.
Oh.
And it goes 59-35.
His delivery is a little bit of herky-jerky motion as he gets there to the top of his head, almost like he can't decide whether he's going to shoot it or not, but it made it go in.
Here's Lopez on the outside to Staffenberg on the high post. Over now to Donahue. Donahue backs his way into the lane, kicks it off to Leclerc. Shot's too long. Rebound comes away. With it is 30. That's Carter Clark. Clark off to Anderson, to Clark on top of the key. Tissot on him. Now the handoff to Weber. Weber can't shoot. Around the horn. Clark has it now. Now back to Weber. To Anderson. Anderson to Weber. Weber doesn't shoot. Backing out of the play now is Clark. On the right-hand wing, works his way near the corner. On top of the key, around the horn it goes. And a foul on Donahue over the back on Gonzalez.
Yeah, Gonzalez cut across the key there, coming over to where the ball was at on the far side corner, getting closer for his teammate, presenting himself for the opening. Donahue trying to catch up as he's a couple steps behind, reaches in, and he'll get called for the foul.
Kyson McClung coming into the game now for Coach Stu Mullins, and Lopez goes to the floor. That's only the 6th penalty against the Tigers, 9 so far against Worland. Anderson long, inbounds pass to Gonzalez. Gonzalez drives the lane, off the glass, no, rebound Staffenberg. Outlet pass to Gwynna. Gwynna in the corner, McClung, and he loses the handle on the ball. Turnover. Anderson all the way down, coast to coast, blocked by Staffenberg. Whistle and a foul on Worland. And let's see who they're going to call it on. It's a foul on 20, Kobe Bush. He just came into the game, his first. And McClung will go to the line for the Tigers.
Braden Lincoln set to check in for the Tigers after this free throw attempt.
No, not good. Tigers have not been good from the free throw line tonight. They've missed 6 shots from the free throw line. Anderson comes out now, and coming in is Tyler Kitchell. As the starters are getting a little bit of a rest, Carter Clark comes out. Now Gonzalez comes out. Going in is Swalstad, Tyson Swalstad, wearing number 10. He's going to be the shortest guy out there next to Braden Lincoln. Carter Ayers will come in now for Staffenberg.
And at this point, with the score deficit being what it is, and with an earlier matchup tomorrow, I think Stu Mullins has put it in the reserve so he can rest his starters for that matchup tomorrow against Lovell.
McClung misses both his free throws. Down court, it's Cade Weber. Off to the little guy, Swalstad. Swalstad in underneath, ball's knocked away, turnover. I was talking to Swalstad's dad before the game, and he says this is one of the best trips they make every year through the Wind River Canyon and through Riverton over to Lander. Really pretty trip. The Tyler Kitchell gets the personal foul. Kellen Donahue at the line. If he hits both of these, he can go in double figures. Oh, there's number 1. And now 0 coming in. Irvin Rulas. Rulas comes in for Weber.
Tanner Bird replaces Jace Leclerc. Looks like Silas Wheeler is set to come in as well for the Tigers.
The next free throw is up and not good. Here's Rulas. Brings it into the forecourt. wearing a black headband. Now over to Swalstad. Around the horn, back to Rulas. In the middle, driving the lane, putting the shot up and nailing it is Owen Page, and he draws the foul.
One way that you can beat a man defense is you set that weave in motion at the top of the key. You have a lot of players going side to side from one end of the paint to the other, and they kind of lose track of who they're covering and might get lost in transition, giving you the opening in the post for the easy two.
Okay, and personal foul on Kobe Bush of Worland. Free throw was missed. Foul on the rebound. It's only the 6th foul against Lander. So the next one, Worland will be in the 1 and bonus.
That foul was against Worland.
Yeah. Did I say Lander?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bird.
Tanner Bird.
There you go.
At the line. 2:17 to go in the game. It's really slowed down now with all these fouls. Both shots are missed. Rulas gets the rebound. He'll bring it down court for Worland. Moves to the right-hand wing, off to Kidgel. Back on the near side to Rulas. Whistle, traveling. 9th turnover of the game. Tigers have 11 turnovers. And here comes Bryce Denton into the game for the Tigers. They like to try to get him a 3-ball. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler on the near side, Tanner Bird to Denton. There's Denton's shot for 3. Oh, it just misses. He hit 2 threes at the end of the game against Powell. That was kind of exciting. Oh, there's a travel. So now Worland has 10 fouls, and the Tigers have, or not fouls, turnovers. Here's Wheeler. Wheeler's going to take it all the way in off the glass. No, too short. Rebound by Rulas with 1:40 to go. He slows it down now. Near side comes to Page. On top of the key now to Swalstad. Owen Page has it in the corner. Page now on top to Rulas. Back to Swalstad. Around the horn it goes to Page. Rulas, they're trying to get that little weave going again. Here's Page, puts it off the glass. No. McClung high for the rebound for the Tigers. 1 minute to go in the game. McClung over to Bryce Denton. Now he gets another shot at it. Loses the basketball, saved by McClung. McClung off to Wheeler. Wheeler to Bryce Denton. Denton outside the arc. Can't shoot. Ball's knocked away. Picked up by McClung. McClung, turnaround shot off the glass is in for Lander. Kyson McClung with his first points. 27 seconds left in this one. 61-38. Shots up and in. And that was Swalstad. There's Bryce Denton for 3. Oh, it goes over the top of the board and out. He didn't hit one against Riverton either.
No, I'll give him credit, though. Every time he puts up a shot, it's a wide open look.
Yep.
He has kind of an offset release, a real high point, and he has good follow through. One of the seniors that the Tiger faithful really enjoy. Hopefully he gets some opportunities for more threes later on in the season.
And the final score, the Worland Warriors 63. That's 5 points under their average. And the Lander Tigers have 38. And that's 8 points under their average. So low-scoring game for both of them. We'll be back with our recap and a chat with Stu Mullins right after this.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
At Teton Therapy, our people make the difference. You can live pain-free. The amazing staff at Teton Therapy can help in Lander and Riverton.
Okay, we have Coach Stu Mullins with us, and we knew this was going to be a tough one. And boy, I tell you what, they came in. We've held two of their top scorers to under their average, but they still had three guys in double figures. They were really fast and shot out the lights on the outside.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. You know, we've probably been a little bit tougher in zone, and you know, and we really struggled to guard them man last year, and they are pretty much the same team, you know, and so that was our decision this time. You know, maybe we change that up the next time, but you know, it's the same old story. You know, how many layups did we miss, and how many free throws did we miss? You know, like it's tough to stay in a game and maintain when you can't score, and you know, it's one of those things. The harder you worry about it, the harder it becomes, and I don't think that's the case right now, but you know, we're gonna have to find a way to score, or we're gonna have to figure out a way to get this game into the 30s or 40s, because you know, that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, too many empty trips down the floor.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's been the story the last three games is. You know, against Riverton, we only had 12 successful trips the entire game. Against Powell, we had 14, but we had 20 more possessions in that game than Riverton. You know, so that efficiency rate is not very good. You know, so yeah, you know, that's the story of where we're at right now. But you know, you got to flush this one quickly because we got to go hard tomorrow.
Yeah, Level's not going to be easy.
No,
they've only lost a game.
Yep.
And they're going to come in here rolling.
Yep.
Now you had a pretty clean game tonight. Not that many fouls.
Yeah, that was a point of emphasis for us for sure. You know, we wanted to make sure that we were in good position, and you know, they definitely fouled more than we did, and you know, and so. Yeah, you know, that's always a goal of ours for sure.
Another nice game from Tanner Bird. He got scoring early. He had 7 points early, and then 2 points the rest of the way.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, if it wasn't one thing, it was another on offense, and so you know. But I look here, and we, you know, it was 19-24 in the second half. You know, you take away our dreadful second quarter. You know, I thought we were playing well with them early. You know, and if shots don't fall, it's hard to maintain against a team like this that just flies down the floor. And we talked about it at the beginning of the game. You take a bad shot or you turn it over. You know, it's blood in the water for them. They're so good with their outlets, and they just sprint so hard.
Yeah, they had a 10-0 swing there in that second period, and they outscored you 23-9. Again, a bad second quarter for the Tigers.
Yep. And, you know, so, you know, the good thing is we'll get to play them again, you know, unlike Riverton. And last year, you know, I think we lost this game. I think we were number one in the state and lost by 30, you know, so and we came back and we competed with them. So, you know, it's good to have that film. And you know, really right now our emphasis isn't necessarily Worland. It's everybody else in our conference.
Yeah, you've got to get a number 2 seed. That would be the ideal position.
Yeah. You know, I that would be the ideal position. We've talked about it. You know, and do I think we could play with Worland when the time comes? Yeah. It's going to take a way better effort than we had tonight.
Sure.
You know, especially on the offensive end. But yeah, you know, if we can hold at home tomorrow against Level, and just play well, man. Yeah, that's the thing is I've talked about it a lot, but sometimes it's just a spark, and you can get rolling. And you know, I'm really proud of our guys. You know, they're not down. You know, I think they understand what's going on, and You know, we need to push through, and you know, we got good enough players and good enough shooters that those shots have got to fall eventually.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody in double figures tonight. Had
Yeah.
a couple players with 9, and that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, well, tomorrow Lovell, and I'm sure you have a surprise planned for them. And, of course, it's a different game time.
Yes.
2:30 for the girls, 4 for the Tigers tomorrow afternoon here.
Yep, we could use a big crowd. You know, it's going to probably be a lot like Powell, and you know, if we can go out and play well, and that'd be really nice. You know, we need that.
Stu Mullins, thank you for coming up after the contest. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again after the Lovell game tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
You betcha. Stu Mullins, head basketball coach of the Lander Valley Tigers. And on our Click It or Ticket postgame show, let's quickly go down the scoring for Lander. Kellen Donahue had 9. Tanner Bird had 9. 5 points each for Jace LeClaire and Tisso Gwynna, and then 2 points each for Brennett Washburn, Kyson McClung, and only 4 for Brennan Staffenberg. He had 4 points. So the Tigers just need to get that offense rolling tomorrow against another tough team, the Lovell Bulldogs. Joey Anderson hit 16 points for the Worland Warriors. Court Gonzalez had 14. Carter Clark had 15. 8 points for Coulter Wyman. We had 3 points for Rulas, and 2 points for Swalstad, 3 points for Weber, 2 points for Page. And the Tigers did hold Worland underneath their scoring average. They had 61 points here tonight. Their average is 68. And unfortunately for the Tigers, they were held 8 points under their scoring average as well. Final thoughts, Josh?
You know, it's just a tough matchup. We knew coming into this one, Worland has been a powerhouse in the 3A West for at least the past 3 years. Since the Tigers did win that state championship in 2019. So it's one of those matchups that you always circle. It's always a big one that you want to come in and steal, but know that there's got to be some tricks up your sleeve, or at least just a really poor shooting night in order for you to beat this athletic and good shooting team, and that just did not happen for Worland. As far as play of the game for the boys, I definitely give it to Tanner Bird. He did a really good job with the rebounds and scoring inside as well. He did really good job finding opportunities for good shots, as well as that huge scoring outburst in the girls' game, in case you missed the girls' game. Demi Staffenberg finished with over 20 points, had 7 3-pointers as she shot lights out from the perimeter. I don't know what the difference is. The girls get all the shots to fall, and the boys, unfortunately, can't get the same.
We got to find out what they're eating for breakfast.
Yeah,
get the boys
exactly. I mean, there's several times where Abe Lopez had great dribble drives, great shot opportunities inside. Tisso Gwynna as well. I mean, they're not shooting well, not because they're taking difficult shots. They're just not getting the shots to fall, unfortunately. All of their good shooting opportunities have been just that, great looks, open looks. Plenty of time where they have what they need as far as positioning and clearance from defense to get in. So hopefully that lid gets off the basket at some point here for the Tigers, and hopefully that is tomorrow against the Bulldogs.
Okay, Lovell comes in tomorrow, and we'll have the games at 2:30 and 4. That's not what the schedule says. They've changed them, 2:30 and 4. And the Tiger Wrestlers are also have a game change coming up. And I'm trying to remember what Cyril told me about that. But
well, they're at Ronthon this weekend.
Well, they're at Ronthon, so it must be the week after that. The matches are at 2 and 4. So that's it for tonight on behalf of our engineer back at the radio station, Kirk Baxter. And, of course, we've got our Sportscasters Club that we want to thank here in, for making these games possible. And, of course, partner here, I appreciate your help today. And mine just went blank.
I think it's time to call it a night. Thank you for all our sponsors.
Call it a night, yeah.
Bailey Tire and Auto, obviously.
Josh Henninger, yeah, that's
there
it.
You go. Gotchi, all of our great sponsors for allowing us to do these broadcasts across the Wind River Radio Network. And again, tomorrow, Tigers against Lovell Bulldogs. The girls will have a tough matchup against the Lovell Lady Bulldogs, who are tops in 3A West. And the boys were looking to put another notch in the win column in conference quadrant play. So we'll go ahead and bid you adieu. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon for Tigers against the Bulldogs.